I should get a link, and then we should. There we go.
Cold. What the buck is up, every pony?
Hello.
I'm suffering a cold currently, but hopefully that won't interfere too much with our game.
That's why you sound different.
Yeah, Milk Thistle is going to have a very deep voice today.
I kind of pictured him with a more deeper voice, to be honest, but be more immersive.
Oh, Dustin, you did it before I could. Hey.
Leaders. Right, so you guys would get a very nice rest, sleeping in the temple. It's probably no, you were just momentarily in the city, so yeah. It's not necessarily the most comfortable beds, given that it's a temple, except for those of you who are used to such living. But you are very much woken up at the crack of dawn, it being a Sun Queen's temple. And as the priests and everybody else start going about making ready for the morning routine, Alexandra, you'll be expected to join in on the your morning ritual.
Naked flexing, of course.
Yep.
Lightning will sleep.
But you would have at least somebody come in and sort of at least announce that it's dawn. But then after that, you're probably left alone.
Lightning will sleep off her hangover.
Milk Thistle stretches and prepares tea.
I mean, we can't go to a negotiation with a crippling headache.
You can, it would just be very crippling.
Actually, it might work in her favor. Last time she got angry at a politician, it actually worked out.
I don't think he means till like 3 or 4, so I think we're good till.
Still need to notify the guy, the other mayor.
Well, you kind of sent them a letter saying, we've moved your meeting at 4 to this location. And, well, you just have to have that. That was a suitable for notification.
Better be, your Lightning's gonna drag him over there herself.
So you guys do have a bit of time to go about your day and do, well, things in the city, or sit around the temple waiting for the meeting, basically. It's up to you what you wish to do with your spare time.
Who was the Pegasus that delivered the message, the fast one?
Oh, Pegasus.
Like Swift Wind or something.
Raven Wings.
Raven
There we go.
Is he going to be taking part in the naked ritual, or is he doing duties right now?
I don't believe he will take part in the naked ritual. Let me just check to see what his standing was. No, he is not taking part in the naked ritual.
All right, Milk Thistle is going to approach him and ask if he delivered the message personally to the mayor.
To the
north. The north
mayor,
mayor notifying her of the location change.
Oh yeah. Definitely the north mayor, but it wasn't to her directly, it was to her servant.
All right, we need to verify that she's accepted the invitation because we're writing a lot on her arriving as well. What time does her office open?
He looks over towards the sun and normally goes, this time of year, about 3 hours past dawn.
All right, thank you. Would you like some tea?
I've already had morning bread and water. I need to go off and get some chores done.
Suit yourself.
But let me check the personality.
All right, Milk Thistle is going to start making preparations for the meeting. We're expecting high-profile people, so we're going to need large tables, shade, so probably some canvas on some poles, so that way the table can be shaded. Because the spell that's going to be prepared will provide all of the silverware. We just need a large enough table to sit everyone. So Milk Thistle is going to ask the servants to see if there is a large round table that can fit on the bridge that could be carried out there.
How large is going to be the question?
Let's see. We're bringing 2 mayors, 2 leaders of the temple, and probably a +1 for each of them. So that's 8, and then our entire party, which is an additional 5. So we need a table that can seat 13.
What size of does the spell cover? That would be the other big thing.
The spell. Ooh, that is a good question. I should have looked that up. Let me do that real quick. I do know that the spell will fit whatever kind of surface it's cast upon. So whatever size table it's cast on will fit that table.
All right.
But I need to verify how many people to see how many times it needs to be cast.
4 courses worth of food, plenty of drink. Food.
2. It can feast for 2 creatures per level.
So level. Which cleric was it? I believe it was White Tower who was doing it. It's a cheap cleric. I did look at.
So it seems that a 7th level caster, which is the bare minimum to cast the spell, would be enough to feed everyone at the table, because I could feed 14.
Fair enough. Saves me having to look at spells and clerics, who gets what and when. So I have a feeling they were a little bit higher, but that's fine. No, it's a 5th level, isn't it? No, 4th. Shut up, Matt.
4th level, yeah. So if I had just one more character level or class level, I'd be able to cast this myself. Gotta wait.
Technically, you could have used a hero point to cast it.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting about those.
I probably should start reminding people things. It's fine. You got assistance from other people, so it's all good.
Do we have the round table?
They probably won't have a round one, but they probably would have a in their particular sort of eating hall. They will probably have a long table that would suffice.
Round table would have been better. Okay, we'll make do. Are there high chairs?
That
2
is
of them
not
specifically.
They do not have any high chairs in the temple.
All right. What kind of chairs do they have?
Well, as it's the sort of back room, it's very sort of simple stools and that type of thing. So nothing too fancy.
Milk Thistle asked the servants, who would have a round table available that could seat 13 people?
They will. You'll be advised that there are a number of shops around the area that would sell such a thing. It's possible they might have something ready to go, but again, they're not sure about that. Other than that, you'll be looking at potentially one of the nobles or even the mayors themselves.
All right. Does anyone want to go on an adventure with me to go find a table? No one? Okay. Milk Thistle will go on an adventure to find a table.
All right. I will come back to you, Milk Thistle, once I've seen what everybody else wishes to do for their morning. If no one wants to do anything, then we will be right back to you.
I want to upgrade something.
Ah, you want to have a look at your goblet. Not goblet, chalice.
Yeah.
Right, well, if you want to spend a little time looking it over, that is a praise check. I mean, you can take 10. That was something which you can do because you've got plenty of time. And if you take 10, you will hit the magical number of 20.
Yay.
So you know that obviously this is a golden chalice with carvings of griffins on there. The materials alone and the art decoration, you are quite sure that that should fetch you around 600 gold pieces.
I'm gonna see if anyone in this town wanna buy it.
What sort of places you going to try and sell it?
Shiny places.
So general stuff, like places what sell that sort of similar type of
Yeah.
what am I looking for word wise? I want to say cutlery, but that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean. There's
Yeah.
similar shops that sell that type of plates and bowls and knife forks.
Dinnerware.
I shall
Dinnerware,
try.
All right. So roll me a diplomacy to see how well you go about trying to find somewhere suitable to sell it. Okay. 16. Okay, that will be enough to find someone who will be willing to buy it for 500 gold pieces.
I sell it.
Then you end up with 500 gold pieces.
Yay! Can he play in platinum?
Yes, he will be able to get it in platinum.
Yay! Today is a good day.
How about Lightning, Alexandrite, and Whisper?
Alexandrite's doing his morning prayers and such.
Lightning sleep.
So, Alexandra, you're basically going to take part in the temple sort of rituals and gathering, and Lightning's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Fair enough. How about you, Whisper? I've not heard from you yet.
I don't even know where I would be located at this very moment.
You would be in the temple to the Sun Queen at this point, where the rest of the group were, as that's where they stayed the night.
Okay.
You could go on a shopping trip with Milk Thistle if you so chose.
I guess I will join Milk Thistle. For
Yes.
his shopping trip.
All right. Well, you got a shopping buddy, Milk. So it seems like we are going furniture shopping with you two then. Let the shenanigans ensue.
All right. Whisper, do you have knowledge local?
Let me check. I do have knowledge local, yes.
All right, find us a highly qualified craftsman who can build us a table, please.
He definitely knows where to look. Is going to be probably the suitable answer for that one. As you live in a city, you've got a good idea what you need to look out for and what sort of streets you want to go to. And you're going to quickly come across a furniture shop.
There's a
All right.
furniture shop right there.
All right, walking inside the furniture shop, do they have large tables available, round tables specifically?
Looking around, they do have a number of different types of furniture. There are some tables, but none to that exact size in the showing area, at least. I mean, it would probably be abnormal to find something which would sit that many people, given its sheer size. It probably would be a rarity to have it. And this is not a huge shop.
All right, let's speak to the owner then.
He will greet you happily and warmly as the two of you come over. How can I help you two today?
Milk Thistle nods his head and says, "Good morning. We have a very important meeting coming up between the North and Southern mayors as well as the leader of the two temples. We require a round table that can seat 13.
Oh, when do you need a table of that size for?
Delivered to the middle of the dam by 4 p.m. today."
Today? He sort of thinks. How much space do they all want?
Enough to seat 13 people. He says people, but he means Fae.
Yeah, I know you mean. He's sort of you could see him. He's trying to work something out in his head. He goes, "I might have one, but it will be you'll be knocking elbows. No, not elbows. What they have? I don't know what. I can't think of that appendage on a horse. But you'll be
pastern.
You'll be knocking pasterns with each other.
This meeting is of great importance. We have an army that's on its way into our lands, and we need to bring the two cities together. If you can provide us with a round table, you will be aiding us in bringing the two mayors together so that way we can reunify the city."
I have that one. It's designed for 10 about 9-10 comfortably.
Milk Thistle thinks, "I suppose members of my party could just simply stand around the table."
He watches as you ponder that thought. Would that be a suitable alternative?
Yes, it will.
All right then. Well, if you want to come this way, I will show you into the back room, and you can have a look at the table yourself.
All right, Milk Thistle follows.
He leads you into an area which is clearly a part workshop. There's lots of wood here in various different sizes, obviously ready for potentially being cut up and made into all sorts of things. They head out into a yard and then into sort of a more of a storage area, and you can see some sort of more larger pieces, mostly beds as far as you can tell, but he does have one large table there. There is chairs to go with it as well. but they are stacked up to one side. They're wooden in design. They do have they're obviously long, designed for ponies, and have a sort of a back plate so you can lean against. He does say he only has 10 of those chairs. If you do want more.
All right. Milk Thistle looks to the shopkeeper. We only need the table for the afternoon. Would you be able to lend it to us?
Lend it. I have to say, I'm more in the selling business, but well, I mean, would it be returned in the same condition it was sold in? Can you guarantee that?
I give you my word.
He thinks, well, if you don't mind at least paying a deposit for it and any damage, that way I will make some money on this.
How much is the deposit?
He will sit and have a think to himself. As I am trying to find some information about furniture, so I don't go a ridiculous amount. There is furniture stuff in this place. Furniture. Very good. Here we go, right. Table. Well, it's definitely not small. We'll go with one of these ones. Oh, isn't it nice? It doesn't tell me a cost. Like you two, Roll20. Okay, we're just going to go with a suitable idea of the cost. So I'm going to say for that and all those chairs, I would expect and they will be happy to roughly pay that much for it. How much would he be happy with? He would say if you pay a deposit of 150 gold, as long as it comes back in the same condition it left in, and he'll be the one to inspect and determine if it is in the same condition, he will give you your money back.
Very well, we have an agreement.
He does ask, if anyone should ask where the table was from, that you would mention his shop as well.
If it comes up, I'll be sure to mention you. All right, so Milk Thistle takes out 150 gold pieces, places it upon the table, and then asks Whisper to help him carry it out.
Okay, I will help you carry this thing out.
He said you probably a few more than just two of you to do this. I mean, I normally have a team that can, I have helpers who can help move it if required, but you have to pay them separately for that.
How well built is this table? Because I can carry a table directly on my shoulders.
It looks like it's made out of one. It's a solid piece of wood. The legs obviously most likely were added to it, but the actual entire table top bit is one piece. It's more of it's going to be an awkward shape for you. I mean, you'll be like in the center of it with you as you're walking along. I mean, I'm sure weight-wise you can carry it, but you run the risk of potentially people knocking into the table and that sort of thing.
I see that. Whisper, are you able to lift this up with your magic and carry it safely?
What spell are you even talking about?
I believe it's called Mage Hand or something equivalent.
I think that can only carry up to 5 or 10 pounds.
£5.
Well, then what about telekinesis? Do you have that?
No, I do not. I think we would need some other,
All
some
right,
more help.
how much to hire your workers to carry it to the Temple of the Sun Queen?
I mean, like, they only cost a gold piece.
All right, we'll pay that.
I will send one of my hands to quickly go and grab them. He calls over a young lad and gives him some instructions, and he will disappear off. Do you want to wait here, or?
It's still early in the day, isn't it? So the mayor's office isn't open?
No, the mayor office would have opened by now, given the fact that the shop would have opened. So.
Okay. We paid for delivery Whisper, so I believe our work here is done for now. Let's go to the mayor's office.
Let's go.
He does say before you go, will anyone at the Sun Table accept this, or do I need to speak to someone in particular?
Inform. I forget what they're called. The workers, the servants. Inform the servants at the Sun Temple that this is for the meeting at 4:00.
All right. As long as they know where they want it, that's all what matters to us. All right. Well, it will be at the Sun Temple within the next 30 minutes.
Okay, good. And Milk and Whisper begin to leave.
All right. And you want to go to the temple?
To the mayor's office.
Yeah, to the temple. So it seems a bit busy. You're assuming it's obviously early, people still coming in and out and what have you. The receptionist is there still. There who you saw yesterday.
All right. Milk and Whisper walk up to her, and we want to verify that. Or Milk Thistle says, "Good morning."
Good morning. Are you here for?
No, we simply wanted to verify that the mayor received her message last night and that she accepted the invitation to the meeting at 4 p.m.
She sort of goes, meeting at 4. She opens the diary and goes, I've got a Alexandrite here and company who's meeting with the mayor. Oh, I believe we sent I believe there was a letter sent over to the Sun Temple not long ago. That's the address that was put next to his name.
So the mayor sent a letter back?
Yes. I mean, she didn't look pleased, but a letter was sent to there, or at least was instructed for me to send a letter to whoever was meeting her at 4.
All right, then we'll return to the Sun Temple. Thank you.
Okay.
And Milk Thistle leaves.
Alexandrite. You would have one of the temple serfs come over and hand you a letter.
All right, I shall open the letter and read it.
It's definitely it's written elegantly.
Revenge.
No, not quite like that. It's written elegantly and in very well, in very good hoof writing. Probably the best maybe mouth writing. However, ponies decide to write. And basically, it reads: the mayor clearly thanks you for your letter and informing her of your choice in moving the appointment to an alternative location. But she does remind you that that any appointments outside of her office need to be made with at least a week's notice, and through her receptionist, not delivered late at night, not late at night by messenger.
So she's not coming to the meeting.
No, she does indicate that if you wish to continue your meeting at 4, she is more than happy to see you then. Still.
Right. This could prove
So
difficult.
we're good.
Well, she won't be there. We would have to have the meeting at her place.
Right, guess I'm dragging.
Yeah, I will.
Someone
go.
go wake up Lightning. She needs to get her dragon hands ready. Or hooves.
Alexandra will get dressed and go wake up Lightning.
Lightning is definitely like in that sort of passed out, like mouth hanging open, drooling, snoring sort of position.
Just hear clunks on the door.
It feels like somebody's banging on your head there, Lightning, or inside your skull.
What do you want?
We got trouble.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Can I come in?
What happened? Who died? What, did the mayors get assassinated last night or something?
Not that bad. Alexandra says he just opens the door. I assume it's not locked.
No, it's not locked.
Okay. I'll come on in and tell you the news.
Lumps out of bed.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello. Who do I need to stab?
No one yet, but seems the mayor is not going to be coming towards the bridge. And I will hand the letter to Lightning.
Ah. I wish I had a gun. What's a gun?
That's a good question. Are guns a thing in this world right now?
They are rare. Cannons are more common than guns, but they are sort of those more oddities, let's say.
Okay.
I wish I had a gun.
You probably more say crossbow than a gun, to be honest.
I need to shoot someone with my crossbow. My bow.
Perhaps.
Right. Let's go drag some stupid bitch out to the middle of the goddamn dam.
I know this is rather deceitful for me, but could you change into the mayor and still go to the meeting?
What was your question? Say that again.
Saying, could Lightning change into the mayor and still go into the meeting?
Oh, you cheeky little... Oh.
What can I say? You're rubbing off on me.
Atonement spell incoming. Stand by.
This is probably the point when Milk Thistle and Ghost will, no, not Ghost, Whisper will arrive back at the temple.
All right. Has the table arrived yet?
No, but you definitely saw them moving it as you were heading into the temple.
Okay, it'll be here shortly. All right, Milk Thistle goes to look for Alexandrite and Lightning, and even Nightshine. They should be awake by now.
The ducks.
Oh no, Nightshine is missing.
Nightshine's dead.
You would probably be able to find Alexandrite and Lightning fairly easily in the back area.
Lightning is currently in a state of undress and looks very tired. Her hair is all frizzled and she's currently giggling to herself in front of Alexandrite.
Milk Thistle averts his gaze and pulls his cowl around so he can exercise a measure of modesty.
Oh,
Whisper's
don't
eyes
mind me,
unclosed.
Milk. I'm just practicing the Sun Queen's ritual. Oh, my head.
That's all well and good, but it's improper for me to look at you. Anyway, Whisper and I have news. We have found a suitable table for the meeting that's on the bridge. We attempted to speak at the mayor's office, but we were informed that a letter was sent here, so we arrived to find out what it says.
Oh, you mean this letter here?
Milk Thistle reads it over. As he does so, his hoof begins to grip tightly around the paper as he breathes in deeply.
Oh, don't worry, Milk. Alexandrite
Suggested what?
You remember what I am, don't you?
Yes, I know what you are. No, hold on. Milk Thistle begins to speak against it, but then he stops himself mid-sentence. I can see the value of the idea, and Alexandra, I'm surprised this came from you. But I don't believe it's necessary to do this yet. We should only do this if we can verify that the Northern Mayor refuses to arrive, and we have to absolutely remove her. You can't simply just show up and not expect to be found out.
Well, we're gonna be. My thought was we'd keep the mayor busy anyway by part of us going to the actual meeting with them. It'll be the same meeting, just in 2 different locations.
No, that won't do at all. We all need to be at the exact same place. Let us try to convince the Northern Mayor to come to the meeting. If she refuses, then we'll do what needs to be done. There's still time to set this up. We've brought a table and chairs, or they're on their way. I intended to go to the southern temple, the Temple of Blaze, to see if they had proper coverings that could keep us shaded during the meeting.
Why not bask in the sun?
Because sunburnt food is not as tasty. It would spoil.
I hear sun-dried tomatoes are actually quite nice.
Alright, while you do that, Lightning and I will go talk to the Northern Mayor. Worst case scenario,
maybe.
that way Lightning can at least get what she looks.
Maybe my surprising skill at diplomacy will...
Milk Thistle tries to look out of the corner of his eye toward Lightning. Is she dressed yet?
Yeah, she is dressed.
Okay. Milk Thistle walks up to her and looks her in the eye. If it is necessary to replace the mayor, you must do so with the utmost discretion. No one must find out. Absolutely no one.
Of course. We won't even touch the mayor.
What I'm saying is that if you intend to impersonate her, you cannot do so while she is alive. You will be found out, and any negotiation we attempt will be for naught.
Okay. We're not killing the mayor. Milk.
Then why attempt to impersonate her? Even if it's hours later or even months later, the mayor will eventually find out that an impersonator was there at the bridge speaking for her, and it would just cause even further division between the 2 cities.
Then hopefully we won't have to come to this awkward situation. If she...
Why was it even in the air?
Cooperation and control is, always wanted more than anything else. But if we cannot control, then we must take out and replace.
Okay, but people are going to question what the Northern Mayor is.
Yes, so use the utmost discretion.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, let's go talk to the Mayor, Alexandrite.
Alright.
All right. And while they go, Whisper, are you going to join me at the Temple of Blaze?
As you guys were about to split up, the one of the clerics come over and go, where did you want your table?
Set
In
it
the
in the
middle.
coverings. Set it under some coverings for now to make sure that it doesn't get damaged, and we'll have temple servants carry it to the bridge when it's time.
The dam, not a bridge, Milk.
The dam, it covers water and allows us to cross it, whatever it is.
It's a bridge, but with a second thing.
I would refer to it to the dam. I believe the most everybody of the city are very proud of the dam that was built here.
Of course, the dam then.
Hello.
Good morning, Nightshine. Welcome back.
No.
No, I believe it's still morning. What time of day is it now?
It's still fair morning still, not only what I said. Everything opened about 3 hours after sunrise, so yeah, you're probably looking towards the 4 hours of sunrise.
All right. Yeah, we still have time. Nightshine. Lightning and Alexandria, we're just about to go speak to the Northern Mayor, who has refused to meet us at the bridge. You can either join them or come with us to the Temple of Blaze, where we're making preparations for the meeting.
It's a dam.
I'd like
The
to meet the
dam.
North guy. I'm gonna follow them.
All right. So, Milk Thistle and Whisper, we're on our way.
Yes.
Okay, and we'll go see the mayor.
Indeed.
I have little hope for those two.
Alexandrite is actually a very capable wordsmith. I believe they'll do well.
Yes, I have faith in Alexandrite. With lightning.
Lightning is far more resourceful than you give her credit for. She'll come through.
Maybe.
All right, who wants to do their little bit first?
I want to see how the mayor responds first, honestly.
Okay, so are you guys going back, heading back fairly swiftly, or are you just going at a normal walking pace?
Let's go swiftly.
Yeah. The sooner we can get...
Alexandrite, what do you feel about that whole exchange earlier?
I do not like the idea of that Milk Thistle thinks we need to kill the mayor to pull this off.
I know.
Honestly, I think that is the worst idea, considering a dead mayor leads to even more trouble than a trick.
Exactly.
Sounds like an awful idea.
It is an awful idea. I agree with intentions. Like he wants there to be he wants to make sure there's no, awkwardness when the mayor realizes, wait a minute, I wasn't at that. What the hell?
Still, it will be...
But kill the fucking mayor? Hell, mind control would have been an option.
And considering that after the mayor's gone, that would not raise further questions of...
What the fuck does absolute discretion mean? What am I supposed to say? Oh, I know there's a war coming, but I'm going to go off on holiday.
Anyway.
What am I supposed to do with that sort of information?
Anyway, we're in agreement that we're not killing the mayor. So.
Yes, we're not killing the mayor.
All right. As you are heading up, a pony quickly sort of runs through. They seem to be a messenger off in a but otherwise that you head in, and again you see the pony behind the desk, the receptionist again. I mean, it's still a little bit bustling, but things seem to be calming down a little bit there. She looks a little bit what's the word? Flustered, but that's roughly it. That's really about it.
Hey, we're going and see the mayor.
I'm afraid she's still going through her morning paperwork. When's your meeting?
We don't have too much time.
Our meeting's at 4, but we need to talk to her right away.
Oh wait, there's been another letter sent to you. It literally just left.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Did you write the letter?
No. Apparently she was very annoyed that I didn't give her what you passed on to me yesterday. I gave it to her this morning, but
All right, so back to the temple, I guess we go. Again, yelled at to do a sense motive, so.
yeah, if you want it.
Alright.
14.
She seems flustered, and I thought you had a better sense motive than that. Lightning. My imagination. What was that? Oh, she seems to be genuine in her.
Oh fuck! I'm missing some. Wait, what the hell? Some of my ranks are gone.
That's what I thought. You've got 0 ranks in it.
Why are some of my ranks gone?
I do not know.
I'll leave you to work that one out. She seems genuinely sort of flustered and stuff, and there's no sense that she's been untruthful.
All right, so, well, good thing it's early morning, and we can get that letter and come back if need be. Nighttime, you don't happen to have a spell to make us quicker, do you? All right, we're just going to head back to the temple now.
I'm gonna wait for you here.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Alright,
So,
let's go.
you head back to the temple. You will obviously look for somebody who would potentially receive the message.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take you too long before you are handed the letter.
I'll read this letter.
It reads, "Dear Alexandrite, did you give your last name?"
Yeah, I did.
Okay, dear Alexander Beacon. Further to the letter that you received earlier today, it appears my secretary failed to deliver an important letter that indicated the nature of your meeting. I, of course, will accept the invitation to the change of locations, given the nature of this. But in future, please indicate directly to indicate. I can't say. Please indicate directly the importance and ensure that the letter is passed on to someone immediately to save any confusion and misunderstanding.
Oh, for fuck's... fine.
All right. Well, at least
We
she's
win.
coming.
No.
Only one member of the party wanted to kill her.
I mean, if you wanted to kill her, we would have gone through that motions and seen how that played out. But anyway.
Oh god, that would have been incredibly awkward.
All right. Well, no one has a message spell, do they?
That's just...
You want to
let's
fly
just go
to...
get Night Shine.
Yeah, you go fly to Nightshine. I'll go to the others and tell them that the mayor's coming.
Yes, I will fly over to my boy, Nighty Night Shine.
And I will walk over to Milk and Whisper.
Alright. So, Milk and Whisper, you're heading to the Blaze Temple. Oh, Milk and Whisper, you with us?
I apparently muted myself. I don't remember when I did it. Yes, I am. Milk Thistle, out of concern for the future, is going to cast a Orisian called Drink Deep from Miramir's Well. And he's going to roll a d20 plus his wisdom modifier.
Yep.
To specifically determine what the effect of the North Mayor is going to be on the meeting coming up. I am never going to get this spell to go off for me.
Apparently not. No. What? Right.
So if I fail to roll a 20 or better, then I get some random piece of wisdom instead of something that I was looking for.
Oh, okay. So more Sun Queen wisdom. Not Sun Queen, Nightmare wisdom.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh gosh, what if I rolled a 1? Then I would get the Sun Queen's wisdom. That would be terrible.
yeah. But no, it'd probably be Moon Princess. I should probably have a nice long list prepared for this, given the likelihood of you not passing.
Just get a fortune cookie generator.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be suitable for.
According to the spell, it's completely up to the GM's discretion. It could be something absolutely useless, like Pomeranians look cute with trimmed ears. It could be something as useless as that.
Oh, okay.
Cookies are best dunked in milk.
Thank you, Nightmare.
Argentina is the third largest consumer of mayonnaise in the entire world.
It is?
It is, that's true.
That's just funny.
Russia is number 1, the United States is number 2, Argentina is number 3.
Dear
Don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm actually surprised Russia's number 1.
Why are you surprised by that?
I don't know. I kind of thought USA would take that one.
Yeah, Russia has like less than half the population of the United States. So
Yeah,
they're
but
consuming that much more mayonnaise per capita.
Yeah, true. But then you look at all their recipes, and a lot of them require mayonnaise.
All right. You got your wonderful insight.
Yes, absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Nightmare. All right, so after casting that Whisper, you would have seen Milk Thistle moving his hooves around and muttering something in Infernal, if you could understand it.
No.
And then Milk Thistle frowns as he says, "Thank you, Nightmare," and continues journeying toward the Blaze Temple.
The Blade worship, the Blaze worshippers seem to be, especially if you take a look like they're training. Upon your entering, you do have the same mayor who who greeted you last time, approaches. Back again. Looking for to spend some time with Blaze?
Milk Thistle bows to her and says, "Good morning, Fiery Dawn. Not exactly, but we do require the assistance of your temple. We are trying to make preparations and everything seems to be going underway, but we do need coverings for the table. Do you have anything in your temple that could represent you and even the southern half of the city that could provide shade?"
Shade? Why would you want shade from Blaze's glorious heat?
Because food spoils quickly under the sun.
Then it should be consumed faster. Rather than hiding from Blaze's fury.
I suppose that's true. All right, sorry for wasting your time.
But if you require tablecloths, that is something we can supply.
All the fineries will be provided, but thank you.
Blaze, well known for her tablecloths.
Well, it was definitely going to be in your face, Blaze.
However, if you did want to represent your temple by bringing banners, I don't see any objection to that.
No, my present should be plentiful.
Very well, Fiery Dawn. All right. Milk Thistle steps outside the temple. Well, if we're going to be eating under the sun, Milk Thistle looks up. What kind of day is it going to be today?
We are still in spring, so it. I say that. I just actually double check my dates. No, we're at the beginning of summer, so we are looking at sort of a little bit more warmer seasons, but we're not. It's not like stupidly hot. We just starting to get warm at this point in time.
Okay. Is it going to rain today? I'm going to roll a survival check to see.
Ooh, I think you actually get a few days forecast, or is it just 24 hours worth? Survival. No one's bothered to try. What does the weather do, Dad? There it is, survival.
To be honest, the weather hasn't been a big thing in this game so far.
No, true. I mean, there's a lot of management when it comes to going, what's the weather like?
Yeah, if we're going to get a thunderstorm by 4 p.m. this afternoon, eating outside will be kind of botched, unless we can get some kind of covering.
Yeah, I mean, I severely doubt there's going to be a thunderstorm unless somebody really hates you.
There's always a possibility.
I mean, the dice can't really hate you.
I'd imagine we have two goddesses of the sun, like, coming together, like...
I mean, there's always the unspoken who wants to just to rain on your parade. It's funny.
Yeah, quite literally.
But then it'll be chocolate rain.
No, it'll be something more like frogs.
The river turns to blood. Locusts come and eat all of the good food that's on the table.
The firstborn dies.
The only thing you would need to worry about is a bit of wind, basically.
Okay, that would actually be a good thing because then we can just enjoy the good air. All right, you know what? Eating in the sun's not going to be a bad idea.
We can have our dramatic cloaks on.
You're looking at highs. Actually, do you know how you are 23? How much weather info does you actually?
Man, I'm getting so much information. If this whole adventuring thing doesn't work out, I can make a pretty good weatherman.
There was stuff. I know there was stuff to do telling you about weather chances. So I'm predicting the weather up to 24 hours in advance. For every 5 points you succeed, you can predict weather for one additional day in advance. Okay, so you just get you just know that the temperature is going to be considered moderate.
Moderate. Okay. So we're looking at the mid-20s in Celsius and about 80 to 85 degrees in freedom units. All right, we're going to be just fine. All right. Whisper, do you have any suggestions on something I may have overlooked for preparations?
Something you may have overlooked. No, not really.
All right, I believe we can return to the Temple of the Sun Queen then and just wait.
Yes.
As you are walking over the dam, you will meet Alexandrite.
Ah, good. I see your business is done.
Yes, everything at the Temple of Blaze is still underway. We haven't heard any change news from the Southern Mayor, so I believe everything is good to go.
Yes, and apparently it was just a bit of a mix-up on the Northern Mayor's part. She is coming to the dam. She didn't get the letter, the first letter that was given the what was going on with the meeting.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then it seems her receptionist is showing a higher level of incompetence than I would have expected.
Oof.
But it's good to know the mayor is not replaceable, for the time being.
Yes. Alexandra just leaves it at that and heads back.
I assume you head back together.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna like completely walk away from everyone else and head back.
Well, you might have done.
As we've been crossing the dam, is the part in the middle going to be? I think we covered this already, but it's going to be open enough for the table we intend to put there, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is foot traffic across, but you should have there's enough space for you to put a table down and stuff without interrupting the foot traffic.
Yeah, how much foot traffic is actually going through? I can't imagine a lot since both sides are mirrored to each other.
Yeah, there isn't an awful lot, but there is. You're guessing it's more people going between the two markets on the either side,
Okay.
rather than like people who are traveling to go to work or anything like that.
All right. And once we return to the temple, I do show the party the table that we bought earlier. So this table will be large enough to seat 10 of us. As you can see, we brought 10 chairs back. That means 3 of our party will need to stand. I'll volunteer to stand.
I'll stand.
I
All right, that would mean
Yay, I got to
Whisper.
sit.
That would mean Whisper and Lightning Streak will be representing our interests at the table, along with the mayors and the leaders of the temples.
And I
Whisper.
guess I'll just look like a bodyguard.
Hold on, you're probably the most diplomatic out of all.
I do believe Lightning Streak should be seated at the table. Her presence needs to be known and needs to be seen so others will become to associate her with our cause.
Alright. Should I
Whisper,
gussy
do you-
myself up, put on some makeup and everything? Maybe, I don't know, make my own fucking insignia?
I mean,
Whisper, are you confident that you can represent us wholeheartedly?
yes, I do believe I can represent all of us full-heartedly.
Very well.
yes, it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to be there since my affiliation with the Sun Queen.
The rest of us can keep an eye on things because having all of us together on the dam could lead to some kind of trouble.
And then the dam blows up as soon as we...
That's exactly what we want to avoid.
The word revenge are showing up on the dam.
Revenge!
I would like to accompany Lightning at least. It would be a good show to look like an escort for her.
And having a representative of the Sun here as well as leader. And not to mention, just look at this cute face. Wouldn't you want this at any pinches Alexandra's cheeks?
And also importantly, if it comes to a fight, I can defend people. Or I am more suited for close-up combat.
I mean, I question what sort of dinner party you're thinking this is going to turn into.
What do you think it's going to be? The Red Wedding?
I was about to say, I've seen the Red Wedding. I know how this goes.
Unless you two are planning to get married, I think we're safe.
You know.
All right. It seems your plans are laid out. The orchestra is engaged. Let's see if you can dance then, as they say. Is there any final preparations you want to make other than getting the table down there and ready for food casting?
Hey Mel, can I have a script?
A script? Do you not know what to say?
I can improvise. Need help because there's a fucking giant army.
Well, yes, that is the most important message that needs to be delivered. There is an imminent threat that has already invaded our lands and is coming to take the city. It's only a matter of...
We also want the idea.
You're breaking up.
My name, apparently.
You broke up. Ember. Would you say that again?
And we also want them to be into the idea of uniting the...
You broke up again. Into the idea
I hate
of...
my life, please kill me? Yes?
That came through clearly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it always does. We want them to be into the idea of uniting the Empire under my name. Right?
Strictly uniting the Empire. We must show that you are capable as a leader organically. To simply prop yourself up as the future leader would show a great level of arrogance and they would mock you for it.
All right.
It will be through your feats, such as joining the two cities together and having their armies prepared, that they will see you as the capable leader in the future. But it's not time to reveal that to the world yet.
Oh God, so I have to do most of the work.
You have us. We will help you every step of the way.
Please do, because I'm not exactly... Did you ever notice I'm a fucking... She gets a lower voice. I'm a thief from a backwater town that's currently on the brink of collapse, if you ask me.
Great leaders have come from humble origins. You will be one of them. The most important message to deliver is the unification of this city to fight against the invading army. That is our goal today.
Right. Okay. I can do this. Breathe, lightning, breathe.
I'll be there along with you all the way, so you don't need to.
I'll be watching. Popcorn.
All right. Anything else before we basically just roll along to 4 o'clock? Well, a little bit before, where you're obviously preparing set up and stuff.
Can you help me enhance my diplomacy, or at the very least intimidate it?
Stand by.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Because, well, it would help every little bit.
I can do.
I mean, as long as I just look pretty, I should at least get a little bit of a... She gives a smirk. That's not going to help me...
You suddenly are a lot larger.
Nice shine!
More imposing, intimidating.
I don't think that's what she meant.
intimidating.
She did say intimidating, and I must say this size is making far more of a presence than before.
You know what? As a last resort, sure. What the fuck? We'll do this.
Try to use it.
I'm. Lightning just bonks him on the horn.
Ah,
Right, you are a smart person. You are a smart pony.
I think I'm as diplomatic as I can get naturally. It's just I love a little bit of a bonus here and there. Are there any potions to make me look good? Well, talk good, that is. Yes, I know common. Yes, me am common person.
Milkfistle begins going through his scrolls in his bag one at a time.
Whisper.
What?
You're a bard.
Yes. My diplomatic skills are probably higher than.
I have a plus 11, technically 12.
I have a plus 12.
Hey, we're almost.
Oh wait, no.
People just have to find me attractive to get a.
Oh wait, no. I have a plus 13.
No, wait, it's not even they have to find me attractive. They have to potentially be able to attract. So unless they're asexual, it's gonna be hard to not get a +1.
By the way, my diplomacy is plus 11 also. So.
What the?
I mean,
Mine's a 13.
you are almost team diplomat. You don't necessarily always use those options, but
My
Oh
entire
right, I have like
pick is
17.
diplomacy.
Because apparently I'm gonna have to start stacking into leadership. So that'll be fun.
all right.
Other than making sure the cleric is prepared to cast the spell, I believe everything else is prepared.
Yeah, the cleric has the spell prepared for you. Lightning, I think you've travelled with a few nice outfits and stuff. Only spells and effects that's probably going to last at least an hour or two.
Oh right, there's an outfit, the noble's outfit.
Yeah, that can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milkfistle turns his gaze and just leaves the room while Lightning begins getting dressed.
Hang on, I need to go buy it. Jesus.
Oh, I thought you had it in your inventory.
No, I don't think I did.
Well,
I have a what is it? A courtier's outfit? Not a.
Yeah.
I want to look at what clothes I have.
No, wait. What's that? There is a specific outfit that gives like.
courtesan's clothes.
Is it courtesan's clothes?
I don't recommend wearing that to this meeting.
I think there's a noble outfit that gives you a bonus if you have jewelry with.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're fidget spinning. I know you want to boost your diplomacy as high as you possibly can because this is important, but I think we've got enough on hand to handle whatever comes.
Not courtesans, a courtiers, not a coach.
Yeah, courtesan is a fancy word for something else.
Yeah. I will point out.
Yeah, courtiers.
You do have hero points. You can always use them to help your dice.
Hero points too. Okay, I can. I'm just gonna walk up.
If you use a hero point before you roll, you get +8. If you use it after you roll, you get +4.
I see. Courtiers.
And you can use one to re-roll your dice as well.
Anyone? Okay, so I don't want to wear street dress, so I am definitely gonna be putting. Okay, so Lightning's gonna take her courtier's outfit and take that 50 gold to add some jewelry to it.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily buy 50 gold's worth of jewelry in the north section of the city.
Okay.
Alexander wear his fancy armor.
So yeah, she'll wear the fancy courtier's outfit.
his champion full plate.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That's why I sprung for the gold armor and a new art.
Because if I was just wearing street clothes, I'd have a -2 to all my fucking diplomacy.
Oh yeah, I know.
And Nightshine, do you have prestidigitation? No. Okay, that's too bad.
Sound.
Wait. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. If you guys don't mind, instead of paying 50 gold for the courtier's outfit, would you?
Oh, you cut out there for the last bit.
Okay, so instead of paying 50 gold for the courtier's outfit jewelry, I could buy a signet ring and 100 gold worth of noble's outfit to make a more of an impression.
I mean, it's up to you.
If
you know what?
come,
Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Milk Thistle was gonna simply say, use your best decision.
I think having a signet ring would definitely help, at the very least. So I'm gonna do it.
I had the greatest idea.
What's your idea, Nightshine?
I'm gonna tell to Lightning. I don't trust you.
What?
Come here. I have a great idea.
What? What's your idea?
You could
Just
use
like-
the elixir of love and make the two mayors fall in love.
Fuck off.
Great idea, isn't it?
I don't even have an elixir of love, Nightshine. Why do you have one?
For this,
What?
we can make them fall in love.
I'm not seducing the fucking.
No, not you. Make the two of them fall in love with each other.
I'm
together.
not making. Actually. That might actually be a good idea, Nightshine. She's got
I know.
Hey, Alexandrite, Milk Thistle, Whisper. Actually, no, Whisper, you stay over there. I don't trust you. No, I'm kidding.
We should probably
What
make
if
sure that
we-
they're not already married.
Matter?
Yes, it fucking does.
It?
Um,
Oh no.
Alexandra, you would actually at least know some of the answers to that question if you want to know, because you live here.
Yes, I would like to know that.
You would know that the Northside Mayor is definitely married and has at least one child. The South Mayor is not known to, is not married, but is definitely known to have female company and is rumored to have children.
All right, I will pass this along to the others.
I'm gonna go buy a noble's outfit
All right.
and decorate it.
I will begin guiding the servants of the temple to setting up preparations with the table and the chairs. And
Okay.
I will wait patiently on the dam for everyone to arrive.
And the signet ring.
I will go with Lightning to act as their escort.
To watch her get dressed.
She may or may not have invited him into the changing room.
Oh dear. With you set up the table, it definitely will start grabbing a few people's interest, and you will have a small crowd sort of watching as you are preparing the table on the dam.
And a signet ring.
And are people actually blocking foot traffic or hoof traffic, or are they moving along?
The traffic's still moving. They're sort of more standing to the side where they won't block traffic.
All right.
Is Lightning able to buy a signet ring?
I need to double check the signet rings because I think
It is just classed as adventuring gear.
yeah. I need it because the idea is you get it made so it has your noble crest on it.
Okay, so Lightning will actually draw a crest while she's going. It's gonna be a bit. It'll be a little bit awkward, but she's because she's a bit rushed for time. But she's guessing once it's in the ring, it'll actually look. But-
Well, the issue with that would be they would need to make it, which would take more time than you have.
Yeah, this is something you go to a blacksmith for.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy. There are. You might be able to buy a signet ring, but it's probably going to not necessarily be a representation for yourself.
I
It'll
know
be
as a
what you
paladin, there's a spell I can do that can put a symbol on a shield.
A little bit too big.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll need to check to see if I can do it on something small.
She'd look for basically one that's closest to essentially an ally with a signet ring essentially on the symbol.
Surprisingly enough,
That
you wouldn't have
basically trying to represent all three types of ponies essentially.
I got what you're saying. You surprisingly enough wouldn't have a signet ring like that as it's because of the sort of very closeness to Queen. Anything like that would have been either restricted or would have been the Queen's itself. So you wouldn't just find that sort of thing in amongst the potentials of just purchasing it. You do generally have a lot more just simpler design ones, what seem to be crests. You're going to assume of either a house that is no longer existent or from somebody who fell on hard time and had to sell their signet ring. That's basically what you're going to come across.
She'll just pick a random one, but she'll also pay another to have a specific one designed for later.
That they will be able to do. It will take them a few days to craft it.
A few days?
Yeah.
All right. Basically, like what I said, just something to represent all pony kind, and like in the four corners is like the griffin, the goat people, the dragons, and zebras.
No changes.
Wait, no, zebras would count as pony kind.
Yes.
Or would they?
Well, I
And
mean,
the sea ponies in the fourth corner.
I mean, you've got quite a few ponies. I mean, you've got the core, which is the Pegasi, the Earth. Then you've got gem ponies, clockworks, sea ponies, Anteans.
She's willing to pay extra for the detail.
Doppelgangers, and so on. So,
She does mention she's willing to pay extra for extra detail.
they would say that it'll be difficult to pull off something with that many elements of different things.
It's important
I mean,
that it happens, though.
they will see what they can put together as that you're asking them to basically design this ring rather than coming to them with an actual design.
I could do a quick drawing, but that might not.
That would be a profession artist
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
or craft drawing.
I don't have hybrid those, so it would just be 20 plus int.
Yeah, I think it's best to just have them come up with a symbol that's just come up with something that would unite people together.
Yes.
They will do their best.
Thank you.
What I will say is, you put for that design, you probably want to go to somebody very professional. They will be able to make the ring and the signet side of things, the design on it. They will see what they can put together.
Do you know anyone, a master craftsman? Like that?
It depends. In this city, not saying what they would be able to point you to directly, at least not somebody who specialises in that. There are artists, but not necessarily crest designers.
I'll go to an artist and see what I can bring up. I'll pay for it now, though.
Yeah, that's fine. You can pay for it now. They'll happily take the money.
As she hands over a plat. Do you know the best artist in town?
They will give you a few, as obviously best artist in town is very subjective.
There's Van Gogh.
Oh, I might go to him. And when I say best artist, I do mean on both.
Both sides. Okay. They mainly give you ones on the north side. You didn't get a name from the south, for anyone on the south side.
Alright, then let's check the notes.
I think the dress will have to do for now.
The dress? Alright. I'll go check. Come back after. Unless they can get it done quicker.
Sorry? On the south side?
Do you know any on the south side, or have you know?
Let me see if I know anyone on the south side. Just look.
No, it's local. You know at least you've heard of names, but you wouldn't know where they're located.
Can I roll a diplomacy to gather information on artists on the south side of town?
That would take hours, though.
Yes, that will take hours. That's the issue with diplomacy. So it would eat into your precious time, and you'll probably be able to talk to them, but you wouldn't be able to necessarily get design. And even getting the design today is not guaranteed.
Damn it.
This sounds like a project we'll have to work with later.
I already paid for the signet ring, so we have to go through it now. So let's go.
Alright. You know, we might be able to turn that signet ring into a wedding ring.
I'd rather put the one I have in mind into that sort of idea.
All right. So it seems like you're going to go with the standing signet ring. So it looks like you're wearing a signet ring rather than what it actually is, and your attire, basically, in regards to
Yes.
It's a ring pop.
Yeah. So the Sun Queen priests and stuff will be there first, given that they are assisting with moving the tables and stuff down, and would be there with Milk Thistle in regards to setup and stuff. The cleric will wait for your signal, Milk Thistle, when to cast the spell, and won't do it any sooner. The first of the guests would be the mayor from the south side, who strolls up in his nice outfit, and definitely has a mare who seems to be sticking relatively close to him, and it's dressed up very glamorous.
What time is it right now?
You've got about 20 minutes before the meeting is meant to start.
All right.
Lightning
Milk Thistle warmly smiles at him and says, "Welcome, Mayor."
Ah,
Prep.
it seems I'm the first one here. Obviously, not everybody else feels the urgency.
I'm confident everyone will be punctual, but while you are here, please make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, I will.
I'm afraid your mayor friend will have to stand.
I beg
We
your
didn't
pardon?
get enough chairs for all the guests.
Oh no, on the contrary, we have enough seats for 10. The mayor brought one guest, so his guest may sit with him. My entire party will not be joining you and the other leaders, but if you brought a guest, they are able to sit with you. All right, so who is Mayor Stout's guest?
Oh, she's just here to accompany me today. No need to worry about details.
Understood.
Sense motive.
Lightning just gives a bit of a sly smirk before sitting there.
Alexandra, you get the feeling that he's definitely found or at least brought along the most prettiest mare that he knows, and chances are they are not married or even dating.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure no assassins or anything like that.
Oh, I mean, in regards to assassins, you're not sure.
Alright.
But she seems harmless enough. I mean, at least you're pretty sure she wouldn't be able to hide a dagger in her dress, at least not easily.
Okay.
Unless it's all an illusion, of course.
It could be.
It depends how paranoid you want to be.
Sense motive Nightshine.
Yes.
The next one to show up would be the Blaze Priest. She's come in full battle attire. And basically sort of marches up pretty much.
Milk Thistle bows to her as well.
Lightning nods.
She smiles. I'm here, ready to do battle.
Hopefully, Commander Fiery, there'll be no need for any kind of fighting except for with our words. The battle will come shortly after.
Oh,
Monsieur, of course,
she goes, oh, that's the battle I'm hoping for. Sometimes the ones with just words can be the most harsh. She then takes her battle axe and places it hard on the table.
Well, there goes that damage department.
Milk Thistle winces a little bit, but he's confident it can be repaired.
Does anyone know the Mendon spell?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
I assume somebody had the Mending spell. If not,
Milk Thistle would not have agreed to this if he wasn't prepared for it.
unless people start literally taking an axe to the table, Mending spell's going to work.
Yeah.
If somebody's taking an axe to the table, something's gone horribly wrong.
That's what Make Whole is for. All
Sorry.
right. So Milk Thistle says, I'm glad to see that the southern part of the city is, early, not just punctual, but I'm confident the northern portion will be here shortly.
The food ready.
Actually, the food is going to be prepared as soon as the meeting begins at 4 p.m. I want us all to sit down and eat a meal first, and then once that is completed, then we'll begin the meeting. Full belly.
The Southside Mayor goes, a stallion after my own heart, as he starts chewing on a sweet.
Milk Thistle says nothing, but he notes to himself that that was rather rude to bring your own food to a banquet.
Have one.
He goes, "Oh, I only bought a few just to chew on before we begin."
How much time is left?
You're getting close to the start time, but you would be able to see the, or at least what you believe would be the north side mare, who is coming with herself and two other individuals.
Well,
Is
how
one of
much
them?
crowd is around?
Is one of the people she's coming with Commander Lightcloak?
Commander? Oh, you mean from the Sun Temple?
Yes.
Oh, he's already there because obviously you guys took down the.
Oh, okay. He was the first one there then. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant first one out of not part of the party who originally come. Sorry. He's been kicking around because obviously.
Okay. So now that everyone who should be here is here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And upon the mayor's arrival, Milk Thistle invites everyone to sit down at the table, and he's going to cast the spell Clarion Call, which will make his voice erupt out like a loud trumpet, so he's able to announce. I'm not sure how far out into the city, but certainly everyone on the dam will hear this. Let the meeting of the two cities begin. And then he announces to the cleric to please make preparations for the meal.
She will begin casting. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty quick spell.
It actually takes 10 minutes to cast fully. But during those 10 minutes, everything begins to pop up and arrive. There's fine linens that spread out all over the table. There's like fine china, silverware, goblets, and all manner of delicious foods suitable to the one casting it, all being laid out upon the table. So it's an entertainment as well.
Okay. Yeah. You'll find that it begins with the tablecloth, the dining equipment, and then it will finish with the food and the drink.
All right. Well, this is going on, and everyone now knows that there's a bean going on. Alexander is going to keep an eye out for anyone who looks suspicious.
Yeah, how much
Troll. See if there's anyone suspicious around.
What? Okay. What would be your classification of suspicious? What are you looking for?
He's actually probably just going to be looking at like people's kind of general, like if they're there for like honest reasons or if they're like seem to have like ulterior motives, I guess.
So you're more watching the table
Yeah.
than the audience.
Because my sense motive is better than my perception.
All right. So, as the you can roll when there's stuff happening.
Sorry.
You need to pick your moment to do it. You can't do an entire meal with one roll. Obviously, as the meal is being prepared, those who may have a guest or two with them will talk. Those from the Sun Temple will generally talk to either you guys or talk to their fellow priest from the Blaze Temple. And the mayors do talk to the priests as well, but they don't have too much interaction with each other than really acknowledging that each other are there.
All right, so far so good. While they are distracted with eating, Milk Thistle is next going to quietly cast Detect Chaos. And he's going to determine who at the table has a chaotic alignment.
Hi.
I believe it's an area of effect, so you sort of direct it in a particular area, don't you?
It's a cone effect, actually, so I would need to scan it over the entire table.
Okay. When you are doing it, what level of focus are you planning to do on each of them? So you got 3 stages, don't you?
They're going to be eating for a while, so he will fully detect all 3 rounds on each one.
Okay.
And it lasts for 10 minutes per level.
Yeah, I wasn't worried too much about the timing. It was more what sort of level of info do you want?
Yeah, and actually, while that's going on, I'm going to detect evil on people at the table.
Well, yours happens a lot faster compared to everybody else. So
I imagine mine's just like the Terminator, scan.
let's have a look. First round, presence or absence of thing, number of auras in the area. You get the strongest aura first. You get power location each of them. If an aura is outside of sight, you determine the distance. Okay, so let's have a look at. So it's based on HD of things. The pair of you, the first thing which will definitely give you a strong indication would be Alexandra. You get a strong aura of evil from the Blaze Priest or Priestess.
Oh, that makes sense.
And Milk Vessel, you get a strong chaotic aura from the Blaze Priest.
And the Blaze Priest would be Commander Fiery Dawn, correct?
Correct.
That makes perfect sense.
In regards to everything else, let's have a look. Hang on, they are those creatures. So, I need to double check one thing for be sure. There we are. Notes. Apologies, I did not. I need to look up technically the stats for the mares because that might make an impact on what we get if you get anything.
It's gotta check in his notes.
What page? Where is it? Oh. Page that way. I'll write the back. Here we are. Right. I have feeling over that. Okay, cool. That is all you would pick up in regards to alignments.
Okay. So only one chaotic and one evil that happened to do the same.
Yeah.
Wait, lightning's chaotic.
Actually, no. What level are you, Lightning? Sorry.
Lightning is level 6, same as me.
Okay. You would get a faint chaotic aura from lightning.
All right. And in that case, there would be a faint aura of evil from Milk Thistle.
But no evil from lightning.
Actually, you're a cleric. It'll actually be a strong aura from you as well.
That's right.
Lightning is enjoying.
Okay, what should we pick up from Nightshine?
I mean, he's not sat at the table technically.
It's lawful good.
But yeah, those are the what you detect, Milk Thistle and Alexandrite.
Okay.
So,
With regards to eating habits, the north side mare will definitely eat with knife fork, the proper etiquette. The south side mare puts a lot of food on his plate, but he is a large pony, so not too surprising. And still has a etiquette to eating, but does pile up a fair amount. The Blaze Priest just eats the food. There's no use of knife and fork.
All right, and while the eating continues, Milk Thistle is going to cast another spell, Detect Anxieties. And he's going to focus on just those sitting at the table. So it functions like Detect Thoughts. Here, I'll go ahead and copy the spell so you can read it.
Yes, I'm going to have to read that one because I think they might get a save.
They do get a save, yes, will save.
Right.
And it's a level 3 spell, so they get a will save DC 18.
Cone, concentration. You study your subject. Cone shaped. Presence or absence of 4. Number of minds and score of each and intelligence score of each. Highest intelligence is 20 higher and at least 10 points higher than your own score. You're stunned. Determines location. So you get information. Surface thoughts, any minds in the area. I will prevent you from reading its thoughts, and you must cast Detect Thoughts again to have another chance. Creatures of intelligence 1 and 2. Simple. Okay. Turn. Each round you take in turn, detect thoughts in the area. The spell penetrates barriers of all this stuff. Okay, so one of those is basically you have to focus on an individual for a period of time to get that sort of thing going. Do you get up and walk away from the table to basically cast this spell, or are you going to attempt it at the table?
Milk Thistle is away from the table since he doesn't have a seat at it, so yes, he would be away from the table.
Oh yeah, of course you're not sitting down. Okay, no, that's fine. So you won't cause any kerfuffle there. I will just quickly double check some things. To just hide your casting, it's sleight of hand. Otherwise, you're just relying on distance to disguise what you're doing and the distraction of the meal.
I'll roll sleight of hand, but definitely rely mostly on being away from the table and the distraction.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to let you have the opportunity to attempt it. The sleight of hand basically adds on to what already exists.
All right, here we go.
If you roll poor, it doesn't add anything to it, basically.
Oh, that's a good time to roll a 20.
You're untrained, so that you can only get a 10 max.
All right, but we'll still take the modifiers I get from everything else.
Yeah. All right. All right. Is there any particular individual you want to pay closer attention to first?
The Northern Mayor, since she was the last to arrive. Was she at least on time?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
here ready for 4.
Okay, but yeah, the Northern Mayor first.
All right. So you do get her intelligence score number. Okay, before she has to make a roll.
Actually, it's detect anxieties, not detect thoughts. So if you look at the spell again and scroll down, you'll see the guidelines for anxiety.
My mistake. Okay, let's try that again. This spell functions detect thoughts, except for higher regardless of whether wisdom. Okay, score. And then if wisdom's really high, to the surface thoughts, the further feels the most pressing current anxiety on any mind in the area. Okay, cool. All right, so still a wisdom will save though. So you get her wisdom score. Okay. So yeah, she gives you a number. And the most current. Oh no, I need to make a save. What's the DC?
18.
18. Okay. They got a DC. Oh, just save her off that much.
Let me double check that. I believe it's 18, but let me double check.
No, she's a unicorn.
It's actually 19.
19. Okay, cool. She is a unicorn, so no bonuses. So you will get what would you get actually having that going on?
I'm just gonna quickly go to the washroom.
I muted myself again. Is there any music we could listen to while this is going on?
I could throw something on.
Every tear, a waterfall.
I've only got that music, sadly, which is the other one others I've got in there. I've put in as combat music, which isn't really going to be the best thing. It's meant to be a little bit more
Just
relaxing.
put on some Nier Automata music.
Nah, put on some Phoenix Wright.
What?
But there's that one, Milk.
Good to go. Next will be Commander of the Sunblaze Temple, Commander Lightcloak. I said Sunblaze. I meant Sun Queen.
Sun Queen. Okay. Ooh. He is not. He is more a priest than a priest.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Welcome to the stages of history.
Where tomorrow is today, and the following day is tomorrow, which is today. We are the future, now in the present, which is no longer the past, because we have already passed it into the future, which is today.
You lost me at past.
Bro,
Time no longer exists, for we have ascended past the meager understanding of time. We are particles of light traveling through the universe, where everything is relative to us.
I swear to God, if there's time travel here.
No. Only if you go to that one city, and I hope you don't.
Oh,
Open the portal, jump in.
we have a new mission.
Alright, so he is that. Oh god, that's. Hang on. I need some bookmarks.
Making the GM do things. How dare
I
you?
know.
Huh.
I wasn't planning to need to have this much stats for a dinner meal, but I'm glad I had something semi put together for him.
Still working on that epic speech, Lightning?
All right, so
If they piss me off enough, yes. As Lightning is just eating her food politely with proper etiquette.
Do that?
Yes, she's not a fucking savage.
you get
Unlike
this-
someone who lived in a.
Get out.
that will be his wisdom.
Really? That is much lower than expected.
A lot of paladins use it as a dump
That's
stat.
right. Yeah, he's a warrior. But still, I imagine his will save is considerable.
Who are we looking into now?
Looking into
your trainer, Commander Whitecloak.
Oh,
he's been very helpful.
yeah.
That does not seem correct.
Why he's so helpful?
Look, wisdom's not really a paladin's major score here.
Ah,
No, charisma is, but I know you get to add that to your saves.
Mhm.
That's why paladins are cool. Nothing hurts them.
We build brick walls around our hearts. Keep the feelings out.
Well, how did yours fail? Oh yeah, log potion.
Hmm.
Didn't.
Hey, I just want to check something on this. His save. It doesn't make. I don't think it's high enough. I want to make sure I'm not just going doolally. Would be that plus that number. No, okay, that makes sense.
Paladin, you have been poisoned. Make a fortitude save. Plus 12 modifier.
We're using the APP system, so that's the only thing I haven't factored in. That would be why.
Let me just show you all my buffs.
what it was you shouldn't have.
I fixed that.
Yeah.
So that'll be his save. Yeah, you're not getting into that brain.
Nope. I'll tell you what. Let's make the will saves first because I don't think I'm even able to get their wisdom unless they fail their save. All right.
Okay.
So next will be Commander Fiery Dawn.
Fiery Dawn. Alright. High Priest.
That's probably gonna be really high.
They're an Earthbound, so they get extra bonuses.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, that was a lot higher than I realized, but they are it is a cleric. And she's coming full battle guild. Yeah, so she's got all of her magical shit on her. Right, okay, that makes sense.
How'd she get a headband of intelligence or wisdom?
Bruh.
She's not fucking around.
No,
Okay. Closed door there, and then finally, Mayor Stout. What's his name?
Stoutheart, I believe it was.
Stoutheart. Yeah.
He is an Earthbound, so he gets a buff. Because you're using a spell against
But he's a normie.
He is a normie. Ooh. Apparently,
Okay, no. So the only one we have leverage against is the mayor. You know what, though? It makes perfect sense, so we can use that to our advantage. All right, so that spell concluded. Thistle goes ahead and dismisses it.
okay.
I was gonna say you don't want to do it to the prostitute.
The prostitute.
Data safe.
You know what? Yeah. Let's do it to the prostitute. Maybe she's got something going on we don't see on the surface. Giggity.
Oh,
I hope he doesn't find out I'm a man.
Let me just find the prostitute 1 sec.
She's a level 20 courtesan.
actually,
You know, they do make the best prostitutes.
Anyone?
Yeah, they can turn to anyone.
they can turn into Nightshine.
That is enough bound. So
Like, she could be a very powerful wizard simply casting Disguise Self on herself. It was like, oh, look, the mayor brought a whore. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe she is just a whore.
That's a good save for horror.
It's really amethyst.
And just to speed things along, the two guests that the mayor brought with her, did they look like assistants and a personal guard, or anyone important?
They look like sages or scholars type of outfit. That's what they seem to be wearing. One of them looks quite old though.
Okay.
Like sort of not. What is it? You get middle. It goes middle age old, doesn't it? So it'd be old.
All right. Milk Thistle dismisses the spell, and just as a final thing, and then we can move on to others, he's going to roll perception to see what kind of people are hanging around the dinner table and if they're getting too close and should be dismissed.
As far as you can tell there is mostly, well, Northers and Southsiders. Obviously, the North side is on the north side of the table, and the South side. So you've got like a gathering crowd, and it seems that as more people walk past and stuff, the crowd does get bigger. But they're definitely keeping their distance. The north side priests who come with you are sort of trying to ensure they don't get too close. As for the Southsiders, they have got a little bit closer, but no one seems to dares to get too close, given the Blaze priest just there.
All right. Everything seems to be going well so far.
So, everyone had a good morning?
The Blaze priest goes, "It has been pleasant. Many people have screamed."
I see.
The South Mayor chuckles and goes, "Oh, you know how it is. Meetings and shaking hooves and all that." The North Side Mayor goes, "Yes, well, some of us actually do proper work."
I suggest we go to business.
Yes. She goes, "I quite agree with that. We're here for a reason."
Not just to eat.
No. The Northside Mayor speaks up again and goes, "Well," she looks towards you, Lightning, "as you have brought us all here. Perhaps you can start.
We're here to discuss the negotiations of both of your assistance with the war effort. You have both been made aware of the army currently making its way through the whole country, region, and its sheer size will take everyone united to probably to hold it off. We've brought you both together to ask for assistance in this matter, and also to potentially resolve any disputes either side might have with. As she looks between the two men.
Oh. All right. So you. What would they go? So the North Mayor speaks again. So, and what is it you're hoping to gain from us?
Well, at the bare minimum, a sizable force able to assist Villager Town in holding off the army and potentially even defeating. And if possible, even before then, maybe a discussion involving uniting everyone. And by everyone, I mean, you know, the Empire's fallen apart. We want to re-establish it. As in, build it back up. And unite everyone under its banner.
The Blaze Priest was out, and whose banner do you plan to place them on?
Well, that's the tricky part. Well, I obviously can't just say, oh yes, unite under myself. You don't even know who I am. You won't just agree to anything so stupid such as that. Which is why we'd like to at least prove we can at least unite everyone, or at least a sizable force to hold off the humans from turning us all into their slaves.
And other than potentially surviving an army attack, what other benefits might we gain? This is the North Map.
From uniting with us, with the Empire that we're building, the benefits could include, well, a connection to every place in the region. Being able to supply each other and is obviously going to be a huge benefit for everyone. Of course, you already have the potential to supply already, but
a wine glass suddenly just falls over.
Huh?
A wine glass just suddenly falls over.
She looks at the wine glass.
Alexandrite's going to go to attention.
Is it near anyone?
It looked to be the North Mayor's wine glass.
Is the North Mare looking all right?
She does. She wasn't drinking it at the time, it was just on the table by itself.
Was that you?
She looks down a little bit suspicious at the glass, but then looks up. Do carry on.
Sense motive.
Yes.
Do you sense motive in on?
On the mare.
She seems very she seems like she's a little bit suspicious at the moment. Not in her being suspicious, she seems to be suspecting something's going on.
Linen's gonna roll perception to see if she can see what knocked that one.
There's nothing obvious that you can see.
Well, never mind. But, like I said, you two, both sides of your city, are an interesting example of you both have the potential to unite this city to become something even greater than it already is on both sides. But you haven't because of you're in disagreement over which side of the dam is better.
It's fairly obvious which one is better.
We're not here to argue which one is better. As she stares at the mare.
Stoutheart goes, my colleague is sort of you can tell he's saying that through gritted teeth. Maybe a bit harsh, but if you're looking for a sizable army, Galloping Dam is possibly not the place you should be coming. I mean, we have enough security and soldiers to help police this fine place, but not an army.
It's
But you have support of the Sun Queen and Blaze's temples.
It's also not just about building an army. It's about building up an empire. If we could unite everyone together, we'd also be able to protect everyone, including Galloping Dam, both sides.
This is also a message to the humans that wish to invade us. If they attack one of us, they strike at all of us. And we wish to send them running knowing that this place will not fall.
They may have the strength in numbers, but if we have the strength in unity, if we can take this whole region, they wouldn't just be invading our land, they'd be fighting a battle in our territory, in our homes. They might already be fighting in our homes, and that's true. It's complicated, but it's not just our home, it's complicated. This whole damn place has just been divided ever since
The Queen has died.
Yes.
And with that division, the humans have seen weakness.
They've already taken one city.
The blade
Town
priest slams a fist or hoof on the table and goes, and that will be the last place they take. They will feel the Blaze's wrath by the end of our blades. She's just piping in to spout her religious nonsense, don't worry.
As much as I'd like that to be the case, as long as we're divided like this, they'll take more until they've taken everything.
And
this whole town is a clear example of that. As she looks at both the mares.
Also, if they take Villager Town, then no town is safe. They could bring an army with the portal.
You broke up. Bring an army with what?
With the magical map that's there.
If they have
The
access to that map, they can go where the hell they.
one of the aides whispers to the north side mare his ear as you guys are talking.
She looks
Perception.
over. Perception.
You're not sure what they're whispering about. You think it. There is definitely you catch a few words to do with the map.
Quick
There's no-
question: have there been any humans spotted in either city?
Are you asking out of character or?
Out of character, like in the last day and a half we've been here.
You have not been looking for humans, but you have not spotted any.
All right. Well, I mean, they would be head and shoulders above everyone else. So if they would be walking around or on the bridge right now, we'd see them.
Oh yeah. If you weren't looking, you would know if you spotted a human anyway. But you've not seen any in just your general walking around. But you've not tried hunting around. So if they're hidden, you've not found any basically.
Okay.
Also, if Villager Town is also taken, they'd have access to all of its farms. Cutting off food to a lot of places and using it to sustain their own.
The North Mayor goes, your points are all valid, but still, what do you require from us? You speak of unity and a military, but I'm quite certain me being friends with, she gestures towards the North Mayor, isn't going to change anything.
Are you so certain? How long has your feud been going for?
What is it? The Stoutheart, that's his name, goes, I would say not that long, but some people hold grudges longer than others, he says. The North Mayor doesn't really answer how. She simply goes, not long enough, I like.
She looks at the North Mayor. Look
He
at
goes,
what this has done to this city. You two can barely look each other in the eye because of all this, and not to mention what's done to the rest of the populace.
well, part of the issue is they're keeping a lot of the more richer resources to themselves rather than helping us on the south side. We could benefit greatly from some of their resources in regards to improving construction and gold, what they seem to have stored away.
And then she looks at Stoutheart to see his response.
That was Stout Hill. The North Mayor gives a scoff.
Oh, the North Mayor.
And goes, yeah. She gives us, that was earned fairly and by the strength of our own backs. we can't help if you decided to fruitle your money away on poor adventures. We're not going to pick up after your mistake.
Have either of you talked to your people? Or do you just sit in your office and wait for...
Oh no, I go and we speak to our people. Most of them do not want the riffraff coming over too much, other than trade and what have you. None of them really want them to bring down the appeal of this side. There's a clear difference between the north and south, how nice one side is compared to the other. The South Mayor just goes, I'm sure both our sides could be just as nice if you spread out everything. Spread out the wealth. She simply goes, so you can spend it all feeding yourself? I think not.
Then how about this? You two clearly can't agree on a lot of things. But could you agree on this? For the benefit of both sides of the city. How about a councilship? Both of you can hold your office, but you both elect a representative for each side of the city. They get to decide where the majority of the money goes, and both sides pull in.
There's a few
Yes.
whispers between the north side, the north side individuals, the two that the mayor brought councils, basically.
Perception.
Yeah, Alexandra, they're clearly discussing the impact of this sort of thing. The south side is Stoutheart goes, well, it would be interesting, but how would we ensure that we're not in as much of a deadlock than we're all, and that's just basically making us almost one city rather than two separate ones.
Is that really such a bad idea?
It has always been two cities. We just happen to be united by a dam across the way.
This whole
Well,
place seems like it's one city, just split in.
Your
Us,
two
us,
small cities, that could be one great one. You pool your resources and you could make something of yourself that will please everyone. Instead of being divided and at each other's throats.
Both of you are able to maintain the same amount of power you would usually be able to have their say as well.
The North Mayor goes, well, if they can raise themselves to a higher standard, then we will consider it. But at this
You can
point in
help
time,
them.
we did it under our own merits. I'm sure if they wish to do such things, they can achieve it themselves.
We're not saying you
But-
have to pay for.
That's basically what it will be.
Because the representative from each side of the city also help advising each mayor, such as yourselves.
So, where would that money be coming from, I wonder?
The money will be coming from, well, I'd assume, however you device to get the money, be it taxes, hard work, or even out of your own pocket if completely necessary. Obviously, that's a ridiculous standard to hold yourself up to.
There is also money that comes from the war efforts.
What does the south side of the city export?
Is that in character or out character? Sorry.
That's in character.
They go. Oh, I've got to check. Map again. Well, we used to get quite a fair amount of stone and wood from the ever rainforest, and from the and redstone from the further south mountains. But things haven't been anywhere near as safe trying to travel across such areas. So we've not been able to gain access to those resources. So it's mainly been through, well, food at this point in time.
Would you be able to use that redstone, wooden stone? She looks at the north side.
Sorry, say that again?
Would you be able to use all that as she looks at the North Mare?
We have no current need for such thing, and we have a suitable supply of wood. We have enough to trade with other places.
But you have no stone or redstone.
We have no need of redstone. Our buildings aren't currently falling apart.
Yes, but if the south side was able to get the materials, they'd be able to begin holding themselves up to these oh so high standards you wish to put up.
Well, then they'll just have to see that they get their redstone.
If the south can produce this stone, it could strengthen the fortifications of both sides of the city. You know, both sides don't even have walls. An army could just roll up, and you're not even protected. Not to mention that stone can be sold at profit to other settlements and produce revenue for the entire city. Revenue that you'll never see if you continue to be divisive like this. I'm not asking you to pay for the south side. At the very most, an investment. If they can get the protection they need, they can begin exporting stone again.
And where would this protection come from?
Well, if you were to invest in them, they might be able to hire
We want a force to help you in this little war of yours. And if we decide to send our ponies to help theirs, travelling to go and get stone, you can't have your little soldiers to go and play war, can you?
Can I have a view of the map? If we...
You should have a map in your in handouts.
Those markers.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just
The
awful.
very, very small one.
That is the map you have. It's not finely detailed, I'm afraid.
All right, Alexandra is gonna turn to the south there. And what sort of let me think. What is the problems with the what are the dangers in the forest that you're looking at?
The Did you say north or south side here?
The south sides are.
He goes, at this point, I am unsure. We've not been in such or two such places, but there are a number of creatures that live in woods and what have you. I've not sent any parties out to investigate.
You could pay a hunters guild.
You could, we could do it. We're heading to Tottenham and Silverstream anyway.
Well, if you plan to head that way, then you can gather information and survey the area.
Another thing. This might be a tough ask, but we'd like you to be training people, recruiting people into this army. Both of you. We can't just ask for an army and expect it on our doorstep. This training obviously is going to take time, but it needs to be at the utmost urgency.
Worst case scenario, if we lose a village or town, then you would be prepared for a battle.
And not to mention, if you have people capable of fighting, protecting them, and could potentially solve a lot of your problems in the South for.
I'm gonna actually roll my soldiery background to kind of see what type of defenses village them Galloping Down have.
Okay.
May I roll diplomacy?
Hang on 1 second. So, the biggest sort of defense they've got is the river, but that only really protects one city, because depending which side of the army's coming from, if you take out the dam, then it will make it difficult for any military try to cross. But then you're sacrificing one city to save another, basically. The north side is obviously on one of the inner bits on the curve of the river, so they can't be surrounded. So that's the least benefit, but not really much of one, given that there's no proper military defense. The only other thing is there's a flat plain pretty much out in front of it, so it would be good fighting ground before they got to the city. But that's all of the defensible stuff about it. Oh, and the fact that you'd be able to see an army coming from quite a distance away, if it was coming in from the north.
If you both work together, you would have an amazing defense with the dam. They would have to go through one city to get to the other. You could... Oh, one of those creatures that kind of defend each other, or work together. What am I thinking? It would be a symbiotic relationship.
Do you really want your cities to be destroyed so...
The south side mayor goes, well, I mean, I definitely won't want it. I can see that we're not the most defensible of places, but I'm sure we will be able to work something out. The north mayor, on the other hoof, is a bit more... We will do what we can with the resources we have.
You seem to be... Well, I won't beat around the bush. Both of you seem to have a lack of preparedness. Obviously, it's not completely the South Side's fault because of their current situation, but I would have expected the North Side to be more prepared to deal with an army once it's been, announced that it's here. You said you only have a small security, disregarding the Sun and Blaze temples.
A city doesn't plan for an army to show up. We have enough.
No, but you've been made aware of it.
Oh yes, and how long until it arrives?
Well, if they take Villager Town, then it could be days, weeks. We've traveled here from Villager Town within a night.
And where shall we magic up this army that we're meant to train and prepare for battle? We'll be sending farmers out to literally fight a military force. That is a pointless battle.
Well, a well-trained farmer is better than a not trained.
Regardless, any type of training could potentially save a life.
I think at this point, we're better off attempting to negotiate and pay for the safety of the city rather than trying to fight in any battle.
So you'd willingly let these people take your city, enslave everyone in it yourself, and do whatever place, even destroy it if they felt like it?
I doubt they will destroy it. But
How do
you're
you know
telling us
that?
that we should raise our pitchforks, go and attack them, and then have them kill us.
Because from my point of view, right? I look at both these cities. What's the point of them? You're just a city on the dam. Sure, both of your cities are potentially good exports, but you could easily just replace this place with a dock and be much cheaper. And be a slight port city even. But two cities constantly split apart? I don't know about you, but I wouldn't see too much of a point in keeping it if it's just going to be that much more expensive to keep running.
The city serves a purpose. It is a port, if you've not paid attention. Yes, there are not as many ships passing through as there once was when the Empire was mighty, but this dam stands the dam turned this place into a trading point where supplies will be disembarked, moved around, placed on other ships, and then sailed further up river elsewhere.
And how do you know they won't just destroy the dam to make it?
It would be a waste of a perfectly reasonable resource.
They don't seem to be here for a complete takeover, in my opinion.
Well, it sounds like all you're attempting to do is fearmonger us into sending our citizens into a fruitless battle to try and buy you time to save your city, which you can't defend.
No. What I'm trying to do, or what we're all trying to do, is save everyone in this fucking country from being turned into a bunch of slaves. Because that's what they're doing. They're coming here, they're taking over our homes, our land, even, and making us into nothing more than a workforce. Hell, they might just decide to kill half of us to cull us. Because I saw that city they took over. I was there. We were all there.
Yes. They treated us little more than animals. And that's exactly what they plan to do with the rest of us if they take over this country. Would you like to be a workhorse, Mayor? I'm gonna turn to the north side and the south side.
Or would you rather unite together, put your little petty squabble aside over which side fucking city better, and work together on trying to figure out a proper way to deal with this fucking mess? May I roll diplomacy?
They would. Well, the South Mayor, Stoutheart, will be like, well, obviously that is definitely not something I want. I would. He seems to be sort of a little bit more agreeable in regards to it. He goes, well, I mean, we would definitely want to help and avoid that sort of situation. The North Mayor seems to sort of, again, gives you more of a scoff. You come and say these things and speak of these ill omens, and how do I not know that you're just trying to get us to send whatever force we like somewhere else so you can invade with some army that you've constructed to try and take over?
Would you like proof?
Well, how do you plan to show proof of an impending army?
We could take you right to it.
Does
I would like to ask you both to accompany us.
And where exactly would we accompany you to?
To the city that was taken over. Obviously, we won't get close, but we will show you the.
And what city is that?
Palestine.
Palestine?
Yeah, Palestine.
Caddiston.
There's also the letter that Milk Thistle passed to you.
And this letter.
We don't even need to go. If someone has a scrying spell, we can see it that way, or you can cast a zone of truth on me. I'm a paladin of the Sun Queen. You should know that I do not lie.
She sighs and is gonna accept that. You say I'm using fearmonger.
She goes,
but if
that is what? 15 days travel away from here?
we have
I do not plan to travel 15 days to go and see a city and then and then traveling back again.
we have temple priests here. One of them should have a spell. She looks at both the head priests.
I don't believe transport is a priest spell.
No,
Or
scry. Yeah.
Scrying.
That is not something they would have prepared for today.
There's also this letter as she slides it to the. She'll slide it to the South Mayor first.
What letter was it? So I know.
The letter from Jonathan Greaves.
Okay. There it is. So I need
It has the insignia on it.
Really, as a trading port, you would know the signatures of Villager Town?
The city itself.
Yeah.
Well, they're looking at the one from that one first of all. I was going to read it again to refresh myself. Here we go. she hands it over to one of her aides for them to look at briefly.
No. I want you
Alright.
to read it.
No, she does, but then she
Oh.
hands it to her aide to have a look at it briefly.
We also have someone in our party who lived in Calistend.
Whisper. You were there when they took over.
You muted Whisper.
Yes.
Whisper.
Christian.
Whisper. She just name dropped you. Gas Mac. Whisper. Bard.
I'm guessing they're not there. Oh, did I just see my mute? You might. I'm guessing they might not be there then.
Are you
That's unfortunate.
kidding me right when I need him?
Were you asking for me?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Sorry, I had an urgent emergency.
Okay. Well, I hope it turned out well. Yes, you're being called upon to speak about your experiences with the city when it fell.
Oh, I'm being called upon to speak about what happened to Villager Town, basically?
No,
No,
the
Caston.
casting.
Oh.
Yeah, we just handed the letter to the South Mayor and the North Mayor read it too, so they know about Jonathan Greaves.
Alright.
But they're questioning like, hey, you could be lying and wanting to take over our town anyway. So like, it's like, no, we have an eyewitness account.
I mean, it has the royal seal on.
It has the royal seal on it, yes, and I was the court bard over there.
Oh.
So.
And you can, and you back up what they say in this letter?
Yes, I would. Yes, I do back up what they say in that letter.
And what exactly was going on?
I'm trying to remember myself out of character.
I think I did give you information about what was happening in our chats a while ago, if you can remember.
To the DMs. Do-do-do-do-do.
There's so much silence in this game.
Done yet?
All right.
Shine asks.
I will give you a refresh there. Basically, when they come in, they basically rounded up most of the ponies and basically got them to stay in one particular part of the city. They were almost like catalogued in regards to who they were, what they did, that sort of thing. They were mostly still allowed to work in fields and sort of vital roles that were still required in the city to work in. But any sort of crafters and stuff like that were, I mean, they were tools taken away and stuff like that. And you believe, or it was at least starting to be done, that they were potentially going to move some to the human kingdom or whatever they've got set up for themselves. But you left before you know much more about it. There was a resistance force there who were fighting back, but there was casualties. There is casualties because of obviously the resistance. That's about as much as you will really know.
All right. trying to think how to word this.
No, that's fine.
So, in a way, people were cataloged and things like that.
Yeah.
We were still allowed to work, but we were kind of cataloged to do other things, to do mundane jobs. And any people that would have like a major craft, like let's just say a blacksmith, would no longer have that job. They would have to get something new, and and stuff like that. They sent me out. No, I went away for the reason for that whole ordeal. Because they were bringing in more people and trying to just take over the city, but I remember there being a resistance. I don't know how they'll do it.
They listen to what you have to say. Your sense is that the south side mayor is fairly convinced of what's going on and what have you. The north side one, she seems to be playing hardball as far as you can tell, and she goes, "Fine, there's an army coming. What do you expect us to do?"
I'd like to roll sense motive.
Yeah, you can roll sense motive.
Damn it.
Would you like me to roll sense motive?
She does a subtle nudge.
All right.
What you're trying to sense?
I think she's hiding something.
I mean, the sense motive you get, she looks. You think she clearly looks annoyed, and but that's as much as you really know.
Milk Thistle's going to roll sense motive. Is she more afraid of losing power than protecting her city?
That one's difficult to tell given the current subject. Somebody would need to really push down one of the avenues in the conversation for you to be able to pick up exactly what's going on.
Okay, is she looking more distressed? Like, is her anger or her frustration a front to try to disguise her fear?
Not that you believe.
Alexandra will say, well, if you cannot send soldiers, then what about resources? This is a crafting town, correct?
Crafting and trading, yes.
Then surely you know how to craft useful things that ponies might need to survive. Weapons, perhaps? Offer trade to villager town? Get us support together?
Okay. Trade is something we can actually discuss. So, is it just weapons
trade.
you want? Or do you need other resources?
We need weapons, building resources,
Food? This could be a siege.
And how would you like us to get it to your isolated city, given that you have no waterways, and if you're under siege, you are likely around it?
Well,
How far away is villager town from
here?
Yeah.
Roll me knowledge geography.
I actually have that. That's in background knowledges for some reason.
That's because it's a skill no one ever takes, so it's in background. You're really not 100% sure in regards to the distance. You know it's definitely a number of days. The forest makes it difficult to work out, but maybe anywhere between 10 to 12 days, I guess.
Let's see.
Well, this waterway leads to that large lake near Silver Dream, correct?
It does, yes.
Villager Town is right near that.
I believe they're a fair way in the inland.
But if we could set up a port, there could be a trade route between.
Quick question. Do the trains work?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay, so that's not that's not a thing we can do.
But you've hit the nail on the head of how trade used to flow. Let's just say that.
Is there a way we can get the trains to work?
I do not know that question. It depends on why they stopped working to begin with.
Didn't the dwarves like go in the mountain? Just hide away?
One of her aides leans over and whispers, I believe that is the case, yes.
What if we could get the aid of them? They could probably get the trains working.
If you can get the trains going, then we can ship anything downstream to the closest trading port.
And that looks like our next job.
And if not, we're heading to May's Reach anyway to gather more soldiers, so we could deliver it that way.
And we could also potentially send assist to the south side, as they seem to be needing getting their trade back. Unless you would be willing to assist with that, as she looks over at the north.
If they might be paying for assistance, might consider help.
There's no ifs, mights, or maybe. This is serious.
Ooh.
She like stares down the mayor, just like.
She, like I said, if they pay for the services, then I'm sure we can render it.
And how much would your service?
Well, we'll have to enter a negotiation with regards to on our Southsiders and work out what they need and be a fair price. I'm sure that is something we can sort out amongst ourselves.
She looks at the south mayor.
He goes. He clearly thinks for a bit and goes, well, given everything's going on, we're going to have to start looking at working something out. It's not sounding very good at all.
No, it is not very good at all.
We need everyone working together to turn the tide in this. Which is
So,
why
Or at least now on an agreement.
At this point, the Blaze Priest speaks up. We will be setting forth to enter battle at your city, and we'll be willing to take any of those who wish to walk, as well as whatever supplies we can carry. Because others...
You are skilled
Yes, because others lose faith in their hooves and feel that they can hide far away, we will face them instead.
Alexander will look to Commander Whitecloak. And is there anything you can offer to aid us?
He goes, you already know the aid we can offer. We can offer support. We have skilled casters and healers. That is where we can help.
Okay, that will do. Healers are a resource that is needed on a battlefield.
To be honest, there's something else.
But you're going to need far more than us few. There is... This will be a battle to be remembered. If you cannot find equal numbers, then it is potentially will be hopeless, no matter how many skilled casters and healers you have.
We're going all around the whole region looking for aid. Any aid will be useful. You, Fiery Dawn, you're a skilled trainer. Well, from what I've seen, your whole temple is a skilled militia. You could probably train people along the way. Perhaps you could, on the way to Villager Town, maybe stop off at smaller towns and do some recruiting efforts?
I'm happy to conscript those that we find.
She not. And if potential, there's always mercenary bands.
I would suggest the same thing to you, Whitecloak. If there are any along the way that wish to follow the Sun Queen, then training them in the ways would be beneficial.
We will see what we can do. There's a lot to plan, and it sounds little time to plan it. We must make sure that, yes, we go to try and fight, but you have to make sure that there will also be a home to return to when we are done.
Of course.
Actually, no.
The Northmere goes, so if we give your city supplies, what would your city give us in return should it prove victorious in this matter? Because we are supplying it with something it needs. With little return at this point, surely we should get something in return once things have been secured.
I will discuss that with the mayor. Or the leaders of Villager Town. I am not in a place to make decisions yet. If necessary, I can send I can negotiate representative.
Well, we will make preparations at least for the time being, and wait for this representative, whoever they may be, to come back.
Villager Town is a farming. There could be plenty of ways for them to repay some sort of manner. But I suppose we'll have to see.
We will.
We are also an adventuring party. If there is a job later that you need for us, we could offer our services.
Maybe you should speak to the Southsiders. They are in need of scouts to look at particular areas.
I could handle that.
But you can always go and talk to us, as you mentioned earlier. I'm sure getting a train running would be beneficial.
Indeed. That seems like our next objective.
She goes, and is there anything more you want to discuss?
I think we've reached the conclusion to our meetings.
The councilship, I suggest.
We will take it under advisement, but it doesn't sound much use other than adding more bureaucracy into the city that is unneeded.
It's more than just bureaucracy. It allows the people, let you and both sides of the city know what the people want exactly.
And you're acting like that we not know what you want.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying giving the people voice is a good thing.
They have their voice if they wish to use it. Mary, come in.
Murray?
Sorry, he was trying to get the peanut butter off the shelf. Anyway, she goes, I assure you, the way we run, or at least the way I run my place, people has their say in things as they wish, and how we spend our resources. We're not some dictatorship.
I'm talking about a representative of both sides of the city.
And both representatives are sitting here. There does not need to be more.
I think we should drop this conversation. Alexander whispers to Lightning.
Hold on, Milk's typing. Wait.
No, that's fine.
Oh, these are my personal notes. Y'all can go ahead.
Okay.
Oh. Fine. We'll drop the matter for now. Lightning looks like Lightning a very tight grip on the table right now. She seems quite frustrated.
The Northside Mayor won't waste too much time. Once the meeting has clearly ended, her and her aides will head off.
Stuck up, bitch.
The Blaze Priest will come over to you and go, You attempted to fight valiantly, but you lacked the forces to make a valiant first strike. Perhaps when you have a better central force, you will do better. But I return, as there's much more preparation to be done. War is upon us, and I do not wish to be late.
I hate stuck up.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with them if you're queen.
Find out what they want, and see if you can give it to them without giving too much up. That is always the best way. Or remove them if they become too much of a thorn in your side.
I'm starting to consider what.
But ensure you can. I will leave you with those words.
I'm starting to consider what Milk said.
Oh, and she looks to Milk Thistle. I wouldn't go casting at a blaze meeting. You may lose your arms. You may lose your hoofs or your head, depending on what you cast. And she just walks away before anything else.
So, are you guys
She
done?
looks at the south. She looks at the.
Sorry,
You cut out there.
Is the South Mare still here?
The South Stallion is still here, yes, strong. He seems
Stoutheart.
Stoutheart, yeah, sorry. Stoutheart. He seems a little flustered about everything, but he's going. Well, that was certainly interesting.
Do you always have to deal with someone that's...
Only if I have to. But her family has always kind of been like that. My father did get a rather large up on them at one point, and they've certainly hold a grudge on that.
Of course.
Milk Thistle approaches Mayor Stoutheart. Mr. Mayor, how often are elections held in the north part of the city?
Oh dear.
In the north, well, we tend to do them at the same time, but I will admit, our voting has failed a little bit by the wayside. I will say.
It's all rigged, isn't it?
Well, no more than anywhere. I mean,
You don't have to answer that question, Mr. Mayor.
I'm not judging. I actually like you.
There's not many who want to necessarily step up and do various things. And I must say, I do know many influential people in regards to things. But I mean, I don't know how you do it where you come from, but there are a select few who get a clear voice, and their votes count. And as long as I can keep them happy, then I stay here.
That makes sense. Well, Mr. Mayor, we fully extend our gratitude and our thanks for your full support. It will not be forgotten.
Well, I will do what I can. I can't promise much, and what I can promise sounds very little.
And we'll do what we can to.
You're at least there, and that's all that matters.
This redstone is a very valuable resource, if not to the northern city, then certainly to the rest of the lands here. What exactly is keeping you from collecting the stone?
Well, there's definitely been, as last time I recall, but it's going back many years, there is a camp somewhere there where we did mine it. There was a attack of some sort that drove the miners away. I will have to look up the report to see what it was exactly, but it was either many things or one great thing. I don't know which way round it would be.
How long ago?
We're looking at some 20 years, maybe a little bit more.
That's 20 years too long. May we meet with you tomorrow morning to discuss it further, and other items.
I think we should start going to town or the city. More time here.
I agree with Nightshine. We do have other cities we need to go to for this army.
Well,
if I may, we did not complete what we needed to here. Our job is only half done.
And being honest with you, I don't think you are going to achieve what you want here. I don't think this city can help in any way.
I disagree. I believe with creativity and a well-laid plan, we can get exactly what we need. Let us discuss it privately.
I agree with Milk.
I'm sure. I can have you come by in the morning. I've got a few appointments, but nothing that can't be.
How about... This might seem like a terrible idea. But what if we...
We're not going to split out.
It could be beneficial if we did press for time, and if we can spread ourselves out, we could do more things. Of
Just
course, if we
waste-
need to send message back to us, if we need to reunite quickly.
I think we should
As-
just use our time wisely.
And as I've said before, Lightning, we need to show unification with ourselves if we're to encourage unification with others. I implore us to discuss this privately.
I mean, tomorrow will be fine. If it's more urgent, then I can.
Shall we return to the temple and meet with the mayor tomorrow morning?
Hello, am I still here?
Oh, yeah, you're like...
There we
Are you on a phone?
No, my cat attacked the little Wi-Fi module in the window. It went off.
Be nice to the pussy, cat.
Anyway, well, if you want, we can have. I can sort out a meal tonight, and we can discuss things tonight. If not, we'll hold to the morning.
Tonight would probably be better.
Yes, let's not waste any time. What time will dinner be prepared?
Well, it'd probably be an evening snack, given the finities here. But give me about 3 hours. I'll be able to have something sorted.
3 hours then.
Yes, I do have an important meeting right after this that I must get to, and then I can see to us our gathering this evening.
All right. You should take care of your business. We have things to discuss as well.
Milky, can I talk with you in private?
Certainly, right over here.
As soon as the South Mayor is gone, Lightning's gonna punch
What are you going to punch?
the table.
Did nothing
joy.
happen?
All right, if you're to damage the table any further, please do so now, because once I cast this spell, it will not be touched by anyone except the servants.
I'm gonna call for Mr. Weasel. Mr. Weasel, did you not do what I asked you to do?
Lightning
He goes back
punches
and
the
gives a
table
little bit.
one.
He gives a little bit of squeaks and then knocks over a wine glass to indicate something.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Two?
What did you try to do?
Love.
You tried to spike their fucking drinks?
Milk Thistle.
Gone better than what went with you?
Milk Thistle pulls his cowl down and covers his mouth. You see a little bit of shaking, but then he takes a deep breath. Nightshine,
Do
you
you
shouldn't have done
have-
that. That was incredibly reckless.
Any idea how badly that could have gone if we got caught?
Okay, well, we didn't get caught, so let's not make a big fuss about this in the open.
I am getting...
Saying, Milky, I have to talk with you. Come here.
All right,
I
Milk
am
Thistle
getting
goes and talks to him.
sick of Noble getting in my way.
I don't think we need two mayors for the city, just one. We can side with the South and promise him the rest of the city if he gives us his support.
That's why I want us to discuss him privately tonight, before we meet with the
Nice.
South Mayor.
I do
So, yes.
agree.
It seems we're on the same page. Don't worry, my friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to repair this table.
And I need to get my potion back.
All right, is there any food left from the banquet that was on the table, or was it fully consumed?
I don't think it would be fully consumed, to be honest, but the South Mare definitely made a good dent for you.
All right. Milk Thistle looks at the people passing by, and he makes an announcement. It's like, to those of you who are hungry, on behalf of Lightning Dust, or not Lightning Dust, sorry, on behalf of Lightning Streak, please take from the table.
Yes, enjoy it to your heart's. Says Lightning.
Alexander will take a plate because he has not eaten anything yet.
I mean, you don't have to tell people twice there's free food. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Alexandra, can we talk?
No.
Blessings of
Yes.
the nightmare upon you. And everyone who grabs food, Milk Thistle will touch gently on the shoulder.
This food's technically from the Sun Queen.
Can we not argue about
It's perfect time to argue about religion. There would be a few people who would be a little bit creeped out by that, and definitely some you scare away, but most probably free food don't care.
Alexandra, can we talk?
Yeah.
Come on, over here.
Now it's our turn to be sneaky.
I hate nobles.
I know. They are difficult to deal with.
Everything I have tried to do, there's always one in my fucking way.
Well, if things go out as Milk Thistle plans, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of nobles.
Ah, why did he say me? Why does he want me to be the one to lead it all?
Probably because of your gender.
What?
You're the only female in our group.
Yeah, I'm not there, but what?
What
The,
does that have with gender?
Ponies are generally ruled by queens.
That means he disagrees with you.
Anyway, continue your conversation.
Queen Lightning Streak. It's hard to see with all fucking things in the way.
Yeah. There was reasons why I did not think this was a good idea from the start.
Is it bad? I'm actually considering doing that stupid bitch. I'm not going to do it, of course, but it's just... Look, nobles leave a bad taste in my mouth.
I mean, I
I'm not gonna
understand.
get dressed up like one.
Understand you were born in the Thieves Guild and such. You're literally on the
It's not
opposite
just
scale.
that.
Alexandra, it's going to move and kiss you.
And she kisses back.
Now, don't think about it any further. What's done is done.
What do you mean, stop thinking about it? It's all I can think about. I'm not good at speeches. Why did I have to be the one? I didn't really get much done. I got the south side on. But that stupid northern bitch just doesn't get it.
Well, it's a small victory nonetheless.
I was half tempted to just go over there, try my previous diplomacy.
Well, you had enough wisdom to not do that.
No, because no one can fix skull of hers. That her money won't fucking matter if her. They won't let a pony rule this place. They let a singular human rule this place because even they get the bright idea. Hey, having this place be two different cities is a stupid fucking idea. Oh! She punches the wall.
I assume the floor, because there's no walls around here.
Oh. She punches a wall, the floor, and then just, if anyone's eyes, she stares at.
She punches
Covered
the
in
edge of the
water.
dam. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just punches the edge of the dam. I mean, look. This place could be a giant, great, blooming trade city, but no. Gotta have two mayors on either side of the dam. That won't. Oh, wait. Only one of them can seem to get the sense there's a giant fucking army coming this way and something should probably be done, other than worrying about the fucking money. Look at this. I'm disregarding the money, and I'm a fucking thief. Ah.
Well, sadly, not everyone can see the sense of things. We at least cause her to consider trades.
Consider trade, and yet we still have to sell, wasting more.
Yes, I know, but the world cannot be perfect, sadly. There are always those who are going to be fooled by their desires. Honestly, if we had the resources, I would suggest finding out what the mayor's secrets is, and use that against her.
I plant a black bitch so hard. Gotta.
Anyway, let us return to the temple for now.
Fine.
The table has mostly been removed of food. There's obviously the odd bit left over and what have you. I'm pretty sure some of the cutlery has been taken as well as some of the silver bowls and knife and forks and stuff. But if I remember correctly, they're magical and they will disappear soon.
Mm-hmm.
But it's enough for you to be able to the priest to start packing stuff up and beginning to obviously get the table moved back.
All right, so Milk Thistle, once the table is cleared off, he's going to use his Scroll of Mending on the table to repair all the damage done to it.
Okay. You spend 10 minutes going, can we fix it? Yes, we can, with the scroll.
Oh,
Does it take 10 minutes?
It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh, wow, I thought it was instantaneous. Okay.
Nope, I'm afraid not.
Okay, well, it is mended, and Milk Thistle is going to ask the temple servants to carry it back to the shop, and he will return with them and lead the way.
Upon getting back, the individual is probably closing up at this. Well, the shop's probably closed up, but he was waiting for you to return.
Looks like we returned the table as promised. Have a look.
Excellent. If you can spare me 10 minutes, I'll inspect it to see how it's doing.
Milk Thistle waits patiently and dismisses the temple servants. Thank you. Your work is done.
He will basically do the equivalent of take 20 table. And with your mending spell used, he is satisfied with the fact that he can't see any signs of damage or anything like that. And he will return your deposit.
Outstanding. I'll add that gold back to my inventory. And Milk Thistle will ask him, shop owner, your craftsmanship is admirable. Not only is it well built, it was also very comfortable and incredibly durable.
Well, we'll make what we can do what we can.
It took an axe.
How skilled are you at building weapons, bows and arrows?
I can't say that's anything I've attempted. I've mainly done furniture. Not really much need to construct that much, that sort of thing.
The time is coming very soon. There is a war coming, and that is why we needed this table, so we could have a meeting with the mayors and the temple leaders. War is coming, and the town needs to be prepared as possible. The events are underway, and we need people to be armed and prepared. Can you begin producing weapons for the people of this township so they can have means to defend themselves if the time comes?
He sort of... He's definitely taken by complete surprise by what you're saying. I don't know. I've never attempted to make weapons. But how soon? When?
The Temple of Blaze marches out very soon, within the week. It is very likely that more will need to be trained and weapons will need to be provided for them. So as soon as you can learn how to produce these weapons, they need to be made with all haste.
Is it really that close?
At this moment, no. You and your family are safe. What we want is preparedness. We want you to be ready, and we want them to be on hand so when they're needed, we don't have to wait for them.
Well, thank you for telling me what you know. I will see what I can do.
Yes. It is a shame that your leadership doesn't agree with you. The mayor seemed very tired. Hopefully ponies like you will have the preparedness and the readiness to do what is right.
He gives sort of like a worried sort of chuckle. Yeah, I suppose.
Well, good day, sir. You've been of great service to us. And with that, Milk Thistle returns to the temple.
All right. Well, all of you will be at the temple, and the priests are preparing for a evening ceremony, basically. A little bit later than normal, but they are basically getting the last bits of preparation as a crowd is outside ready for evening prayer.
All right. Alexandrite, we need you with us at this time. Can you skip evening prayers so that we can discuss the future?
Yes, Lightning?
No, never mind.
Yes, I think I can for this moment.
Good. I believe your chambers were quiet enough to have privacy. Let's go there.
All right. I imagine it's going to be crowded.
We'll be crowded.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be crowded, yeah.
Lightning will sit on Alexander's bed.
I thought she said she's going to sit on Alexandra, and I was like, oh.
She's gonna sit in his lap. But ponies have laps. Alright, Nightshine Whisper, are you with us?
I'm following you.
Okay. Whisper? Whisper? Bruh.
I am also full. I will be everywhere.
Okay. Gas Mask is with us. All right.
I am following.
So going into the room, is anyone out in the hallway that could be eavesdropping with their ear against the door?
There is clerics moving around, but there's no one who seems to be like they're about to like start listening to what you're doing. They are busy doing things.
Okay, they're busy doing temple things.
Yeah.
All right. So then,
Well, this
with
one.
that, Milk Thistle closes the door and gathers everyone in a circle. Our job here is only half done. Lightning, I assume you feel the frustration that I do that the Northern Mayor was very uncooperative and is leading her city to demise.
I hate nobles.
That-
They're
I meant when I
always
said I
stubborn.
agree with you.
They're always just so fucking stubborn to keep their money.
I agree that we should only have one mayor, but I don't think we should do this.
What?
We need to do what is necessary.
What are you
If you-
talking about?
The mayor needs to be removed.
Alexander, it's gonna draw a sword.
Are you volunteering, Alexandrite?
Milk? We don't need to kill her.
I did not say kill her. I said she needs to be removed. Dead bodies always attract the most attention.
So you want to rally the people again?
That is an excellent suggestion. Thank you, Alexandrite.
What?
Lightning.
Or Lightning, sorry.
Yeah,
I was
like,
gonna say, what the fuck, dude?
Your names aren't flashing up, and you and Zeistun sound very similar. Am I mistake?
Oh.
That is an excellent suggestion, Lightning.
I don't believe it's our place to decide who gets to rule.
No, Alexandrite. This whole two-city idea.
Perhaps these two towns were originally developed separate of each other, and they just grew into the river until there was no more room to grow. Regardless of how it started, they need to be unified. The Southern Mayor has shown a high degree of competence and an eagerness to assist. If we put him in command of both cities, he will be the biggest asset to us. And he is accountable because not only did he arrive on time, he arrived early. He clearly has the highest understanding of the importance of the situation. He needs to be in control.
It just feels like she's hiding. She was incredibly dismissive of stuff, and from what I gathered, she even suggested negotiating with the fucking army coming to enslave them.
And yet the army has proven that they're not to be negotiated with. When your enemy only understands violence, you have to speak their language. She is not capable of speaking the army's language.
Honestly, I kind of want to freak Caddis.
The Temple of the Sun Queen has thrown in their support for this movement.
And
those
so
who
has
follow-
Blaze.
And so has Blaze, yes. Therefore, the followers of the Sun Queen should surely understand the importance of getting involved in this war. We need to train, we need to prepare. Whatever happens to the mayor, however she is removed, I believe we will have a large population in the North City who will be willing to support it.
So you're going to, like, walk and talk?
I'm going to what?
You're gonna walk and talk, rising up and throwing them.
You're breaking up really bad.
Ah, for God's sake. So you want to rally up the north side and throw the mayor out of this?
That is certainly one option. I've already planted the seeds of doubt in one of their highest merchants.
Hmm.
And how long is this operation going to take?
With skill and careful timing, no more than a day.
Do you plan to overthrow a city in a day?
He wants to rush the people to make a decision, so they won't be able to think properly and just go with the flow.
On the contrary, I want them to think clairvoyantly. They need to understand that their city is just as in danger as any other, and their mayor is putting them in danger. She is essentially going to be responsible for their deaths if she is not removed from power. Whoever replaces her, whether the North Township hires a new mayor, or whether the South mayor takes control, or perhaps the two advisors understand that she needs to be removed and they lead in her stead. Regardless of who remains in power, they need to be brought to heel, and they need to have the full support of Villagertown.
Someone who needs to bring advisors with. Honestly, why can't we just do it and just talk of ourselves?
It's not unwise to bring advisors.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't Milk Thistle acting as your advisor?
I appreciate the suggestion.
Now, we could, of course, fan these flames very quickly. We could we could prey upon the people's fears, and they could make a very rash decision to throw the mayor out themselves.
We are playing with fire here.
Yes. And if
This fire could burn the entire city if you're not careful.
We simply need to show the people of North Galloping Dam a better option.
And we don't really know what option that is. We've just got here.
Perhaps Mayor Stoutheart knows.
Well, I'm sure Mayor Stoutheart would know what's going on the south side.
He would also likely have his ear to the ground on the north as well.
I'm going to go. You know what? Why don't we find the thieves guild of this place?
Because they never have.
Shut up, Nighttime.
Actually, Liney, can you become a human?
Can I become a human? Let's.
Are you okay?
Steel, can I become a human?
You can attempt to become a species or disguise yourself as a species that is not yours with severe penalties.
Alright, let me roll disguise.
You don't get your plus 20, by the way.
Okie dokie.
Is that with or without the plus 20?
That is without the plus 20.
Ooh, that's got to check what the negatives are.
What if we have a scary human running around the city, scaring people?
What's to stop people from just killing lightning at that point?
They will be very scary.
Yes, and as you've seen, the north side of the city is drastically unprepared for any kind of conflict.
So what, you want me to go around longer? Lightning has made herself look like a man.
There's a difference between not being prepared for an army and not being prepared for one pony.
She puts her hands on her and just looks
Sigh.
By the way, do my clothes change with me, or am I just...
No, it's kind of as you changed, everything
It sort of
kind
just fell off.
Well, I mean, it might have torn, ripped, or just sort of hanging in a weird way. Did you make yourself male or female?
Female.
I mean, you can't. You're human, but I mean, you've not really seen a human properly, and you've only really seen probably male humans so far, just by who you met at the gate. So you're more of a sort of. You've got long hair. You've kind of gone with what you think a woman would look like, but features are a bit weird. You didn't give yourself any breasts because, well, why would you? But they've got it there. It might convince people who don't know what humans are, but it wouldn't work against humans.
Yeah.
I
don't think this is the best of guys.
Milk Thistle scratches his beard, pondering.
As she turns back.
You kind of have to redress yourself. Everything's in the wrong place.
Oh, fucking. Oh, I should have taken off.
Milk Thistle pulls his cowl down so he does. Oh, someone left. It was Mask. Where did he leave?
Oh, it's 12:30. It's my game.
Oh, we've gone on a bit longer.
All right.
We can pause here, and we can pick it off where you guys finish your planning, and then you have your meeting self-side mare.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that, and I'll type out some suggestions that Milk Thistle would offer to the group to see if we can reach an agreement before next week's game. That way we can just go straight to the mayor's office.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty.
It might be in a different game. Did anyone say they've got any issues for next week?
Nope.
None for next week, no.
Okay. Well, it must have been either a different game or a different week. All right. So, we will end this. We'll end this session here. I think we've had a rather longer one than normal, but it's been interesting seeing how it's developed and where it might go next.
I think someone's going to die next game.
I get the feeling there's definitely going to be a lot.
There's probably going to be a comment. That's just a...
Well, we'll see. I mean, this could turn into a political fight, which will be a different sort of conflict.
Oh, God. More diplomacy! Ah!
I mean, you could just go, bugger at diplomacy, pull out your weapon, jump over and stab her repeatedly. I mean, but diplomacy probably get you better.
Actually, Milk Thistle does have a spell prepared if he can get within range again.
Oh, God.
But I will leave you guys to work out your plans, and I will see what you guys come up with next week, and I think it's going to be interesting.
Why do I feel like Milk is going to pull lightning?
It'll be your first proper dealing with somebody who's really annoyed you in a more social way, maybe.
Well, it's not the annoyances or the social standing. What's important here is she's putting lives in danger that don't need to be. She's not taking care of her own people. So her judgment will be absolute, no doubt.
She does have a kid.
Oh, what a shame.
I mean, like, she's not throwing people who are not prepared into a war, so...
That's why we need to prepare them.
Yeah, I know. Prepare them in, 15 days?
It's possible if you do it non-stop.
I mean, yeah, it could be, but I'm saying, I think trade routes are, the things that she can do, which is good enough right now.
No, it's really not good enough. She thinks that the army
milk
can be
size.
Well, I'll say, I wonder what stream, leave a comment what you think in regards to all this. What would you do? But anyway, we'll end here, and we'll let the party work out what they want to do, and we'll see what they do next time. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Alright, I'm gonna head to my chair. I'll see you guys later.